Okay, so like I said, it is a special moment, but the circumstances in the world have changed a lot. Actually, I myself feeling separation from everyone, all of you, and Shila Gurudev, and even going to the temple is a bit hard. Today is Gopashtami, and I had to go shopping instead of going to see Gopashtami because there is no Gopashtami. But I want to be positive here, so this is just all temporary thing, and I guess we just you know. Actually, it's very amazing. We like there's 76 devotees from all around the world, from China, from Russia, from Ukraine, from and so many other countries, from India, from Australia. They all here. Yesterday, I was photographing the graduation at Gurukul here in New Govardhan, and the devotees already were talking about the initiation tomorrow online. So, before COVID, we never talked about these things going online, but now, I guess it's one way of we can all get together, be online, and maybe once the COVID is over, we'll still have online and offline things, and that we can use this technology opportunity, in a good way of getting even closer to each other, like that. So, and I think it is a international event. I saw some devotees from Australia, and who is not part of the initiation, but they all like wanted to watch it on YouTube, and I think we're gonna have a good video viewers, a good amount of video viewers online or watching on YouTube. That's very positive, right? Yeah, I think I only want to say positive things today because this is most positive day today, actually, for all of you, including myself, because for me to have this opportunity is very cherishable, and I really value your association and the service I've been given to be with you together here. I think this is really amazing. Be together with so many devotees in this hard situation like that. So, I can see there's a Giriraj Maharaj is online. That's amazing. I think there's a few devotees, also a few senior devotees will be watching online on YouTube. I think this is really amazing event where we can all be together.
When you're ready. Mm-hmm. Okay, we are Gurudev.
Look here, right?
Yes. Okay, check.
Ananta, can you hear me?
Yes, here we are. We have a Srila Gurudev here. He looks amazing as always, and I know he's been calling me over the last few days at 2:00 in the morning because he was preparing for the initiation, and you all know how he's preparing. He's researching the names, and I think the names giving is for him is like a cherry on the cake because he really wants to have come up with this amazing name. So he was preparing a lot, and now after recording these classes for the next week, he is here all refreshed and happy and very merciful to all of us. So let's pay our obeisances and welcome him here. Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev.
Krishna, thank you. We have two very special guests. At least one I know is online, and that's my very, very, very dear friend, His Holiness Giriraj Swami. And I've asked him to come just for a few minutes in the very beginning because he's very dear to one of the candidates for initiation, Shamagori Dasi from Mauritius. So what I'd like to do is just first do the Ajmaniam ceremony with the initiates, and then we'll call her forward first, and then Maharaj can speak a few words about the family. He's been involved in the Mauritius Yatra for many, many years. I also went down with him there a couple of times. So we'll do it like that. So let's just do the purificatory ceremony first. So I hope that all the initiates have an Ajman cup of sorts. And I'll show you how to do the Ajman ceremony. You take the spoon in your left hand and you put 3 drops of water in your right hand. Just watch now. And then you'll sip it and you'll say Om Keshavaya Namaha. You'll sip it and then you'll put it to the side like that. We'll do that 3 times with different names of Krishna. And but first we want to chant a mantra from the Garuda Purana, which I'm reading extensively now for my classes. We'll chant, or I'll just chant it. Well, you can, yeah, I'll just chant it and then we'll do that particular thing there. Do you want to translate that? Okay, go ahead.
I think Ananda.
Ananda, do you want to translate that so the Russian devotees understand?
Yeah.
I believe there is a translation,
Going on.
synchronized translation going on.
Okay, all right. So let me chant the mantra first, and then we'll do that little ceremony. Om apavitra pavitrova sarvavastam gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabaya bayantara suchi. This means either pure or impure, or having passed through all conditions of material life. If one can remember the lotus-eyed Krishna, he becomes externally and internally cleansed. So now everyone can take the Ajman spoon like this, and you put 3 drops in your right hand, and then you look at it, and you say, Om Keshavaya Namaha, then sip. Then put 1 drop back in your hand for purification, and throw that to the side. Very good. We'll do that 2 more times. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavasnam Gatobiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sa Baya Bayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. And now you will say, put 3 drops in the right hand, and you say Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. You look at the water, then you sip it like that. And again, for purification, we put a drop in the right hand and we throw it to the side. Okay. Everyone's following? We're going to do it 1 more time. Om Abhavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabaya Bayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. And now 1 more time. 3 drops of water in the right hand. You look at the water and you say Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Then you sip the water like that. And then 1 drop on the right hand, and we put it to the side like that. So, before we go any further, I would like to invoke the presence of Srila Prabhupada by chanting his pranam mantras. For all of us, you can also chant alone. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nivishesha Shunyavadi Paschatam Deshatani. Shri Prabhupada, you please be present with us, as you always are, and guide all of us, master and disciples, on the path to your lotus feet, because you are Prabhupada, you are the master at whose feet all masters sit, and it is your guidance as our founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness that will lead us out of this terrible terrible, terrible. You said one time, horrific, horrible. It is horrible, you said. This horrible material existence. Safely back home to Goloka Vrindavan. So please stay with us, bear with us, tolerate us, and continuing to inspire us within our hearts by your grace to follow your instructions and share this movement with others so that we all end up back home, back to Godhead. So, hope that's all getting translated. I'm going to speak a little bit throughout the ceremony. We have quite a number of initiates, I think around almost 50 initiates. So I don't want to give a hour-long lecture today because I know some parts of the world it's a little early, some parts a little bit late. And I want everyone to be fresh so that we can go through the initiation in a proper way. I will speak sometimes as we go along, but I'd like to call forth Shamagori Dasi from Mauritius. I've noticed since she was a little girl, as have many of my dear godbrothers, Giriraj Swami and Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. We're all lifting her up, along with her illustrious parents. She is what she is because of her parents. And because she's so dear to him and he's so dear to her, I'd like to ask Giriraj Swami to speak first because I think it's about 11 o'clock at night in California. So Maharaj, could you say a few words? Can I see Shamagori on the?
Yeah, I see both of you.
Okay, I see you.
She's with a group. She's in it with her mother and her aunt Rajeshwari.
Uh-huh. Okay, we're gonna look through here. There she is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, the whole temple room. Please, Maharaj.
Well, this is a very momentous occasion, long-awaited fulfillment of her long-standing desire to be officially connected to Srila Prabhupada and the Parampara through your divine grace. And it's true. She comes from a wonderful family. Her parents, Giridhari and Karunika, are very, strong devotees, long-standing devotees. And her aunt, Rajeshwari, who is her father's sister, is also a wonderful devotee. And as they say, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So she's also a beautiful devotee. I saw that she was joining my Japa Sangha on Facebook, and something in my heart just inspired me that I should reach out to her. And so we had a call, and we've been exchanging emails, and she's really sincere in her desire to be a good disciple and an exemplary disciple, and I'm sure she will be. I think that she will bring credit to the IDS family, and which is part of the larger family of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. And I think of a nice quotation that another dear godbrother, Tattvaja Swami, used to cite. He saw it on a sign outside of a church. And the quotation is that friends multiply joys and divide sorrows. So, I mean, I speak for myself, of course, but also I'm sure for everyone who's here that, yeah, we're here for you to multiply your joys and to divide your sorrows, if there are any, and, you know, inevitably in the material world there are. But I see a very bright future for you in devotional service. And I'm just so happy for you. Words cannot express the joy that I feel within my heart that you're being connected, you know, to such a wonderful spiritual master and becoming, you know, an official part of our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya coming from Srila Prabhupada. So, yeah, I wish you all the best, and yeah, I'm here to support and encourage you all the way in service to you and to your family and to your Guru Maharaj and to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. It's very beautiful, as always. We also have His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, who's also very dear to the family. The family is dear to him. Maharaj preaches in Mauritius. I believe he's a GBC member there. And we're very fortunate, very, very fortunate to have him as well. So, Maharaj, if you could speak a few words. I know that Shamagori personally requested you to be present for this, which shows how much she appreciates and loves you. So you can say something, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Indra Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Well, thank you very much, Indra Maharaj, and thank you to Shamagori for considering to have me present on this very important and just very happy occasion, joyful occasion of her initiation. I've known the family, of course, I've known since, gosh, I don't know, really 30 years or something like that, from before she was born, in Mauritius and here in South Africa also. Both the mother and the father, they spent time here in South Africa, and as Maharaj just mentioned, I do visit there. I'm co-GBC actually with Govinda Maharaj there in Mauritius, although I'm the one who's there more often. And so, yeah, the family, the background, I've known very well. I know the sister Gandhavika Sundari, who's a disciple of Giriraj Maharaj. I've known her also since she was little. And Gopinath, the brother, we, I suppose he's online, but I think I can say we have a friendly relationship. He's a nice chap, nice fellow. I don't know him so well, but we get on, I think. But Shamagori, I'm there usually every year in Mauritius and sometimes a couple of times. And she's always around. She's regularly attending the programs. We have little exchanges from time to time. And I've seen how, because the family is so devotional and the atmosphere is so devotional. So Shamagori has picked up on that so much, really. And I've watched, particularly as she's become a little more mature, getting into her teens like that. I've seen how she's really developed as a devotee, and she has a real attachment and appreciation of Krishna and Krishna consciousness and the devotees and Prabhupada and being a devotee. Yeah, and it's really nice to see because, you know, children of devotees, sometimes they go in different directions as they gradually approach adulthood. But I've seen that Shamagori, she's heading just very, very strongly, but also I could say very sweetly, in such a nice way. She's heading in just really wonderful direction of getting more and more into Krishna consciousness, and now taking shelter of His Holiness Indradyumna Maharaj, who's just extremely dear to me and who I appreciate and value and respect tremendously. So, Shamagori, you couldn't be in a better situation, I think, I'm sure. You couldn't be in a better situation. I'm sure Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, of course, he's watching all these things as they go on. And I'm sure Srila Prabhupada is really smiling on you and smiling on Indradyumna Maharaj for being such an inspiration to you, and smiling as he always is on His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj for also being an inspiration and like a foundational factor in the life of your family. Yeah. So I'm just extremely happy. And, you know, since the famous lockdown and quarantine and virus and all that, we here in South Africa, and you know, it's quite international. We've been having japa sessions twice a day, 7 days a week. And you've been there regularly, Shamagori. I know that school is there, but somehow or other, you told me just the other day that I think you got some device, or maybe just a telephone, but some device so that you can chat with us.
你可以在腾讯视频里面翻。
Anyway, yeah, some device so you can chant japa with us while you come home from school on the bus. So I can see you're really a serious, a committed devotee. Your heart is really there. And you've got such a joyful, open and loving, very pleasant heart. So nice to see. And, you know, when I'm there in Mauritius, I always speak a little Creole, but maybe I can say peut-être mo cause qui mo bien content qui ou how to say qui ou chante Hare Krishna avec moi, avec nous, internet, and my hearty congratulations and thanks to Indradyumna Maharaj and Giriraj Maharaj and to your family members. Congratulations to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again online, maybe later today. And when I come to Mauritius next, whenever, Krishna willing, that happens. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. Thank you so much. I'll just say a few words. I'm very happy to be a part of the team. It really is a team. There's a saying, many hands make small work. So she's a very fortunate lady. First of all, we're very encouraged that, the youth, many of the youth in Krishna consciousness are taking the Krishna consciousness very seriously, both in their sadhana and also in their sharing of Krishna consciousness. As my generation gets older, we naturally are concerned that the work that Srila Prabhupada laid down for all of us and our humble attempts to serve that mission, that will all go on. It will all go on. So when we see, young devotees like Shama Gauri, because she's still a teenager, becoming so serious, it's very satisfying to the heart, and it makes me very peaceful. And I'm very happy to encourage her. As Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was speaking, I was thinking that this young lady is covered on all sides. She has, depending on which side you take, she's got Giriraj Swami on one side, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj on the other side, then like north, east, west, and south. So she's got Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, Giriraj Swami, Bhakti Bringa Govinda Maharaj, and myself. That's the four sides. And then she's got mom and dad on the top and the bottom. So she's really covered. So she's safe and secure, and we've all agreed, not only agreed, but given our very hearty blessings for her to move forward. And we're looking forward to the service that she will contribute to this great movement of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So, Shauna, we're going to ask you now, this is the moment that everyone's been waiting for. I can see you have a lot of devotees. I think that's the temple room, isn't it? The temple room, yeah. We'd like to hear what you take your vows. What are the 4 regulative principles that you promise to follow for the rest of your life? And how many rounds minimum you will chant every day of the Hare Krishna mantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Shila Gurudev, I promise to follow the 4 regulative principles, which are no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds the Hare Krishna mantra every day for the rest of my life and beyond.
Okay. And please also very carefully study Srila Prabhupada's books again and again and again throughout your lives, because they're not only the foundation of our movement, but they're also the Prabhupada's purports are his ecstasies. So we can look into the heart of Srila Prabhupada by reading his purports, and that keeps us on the straight and narrow. And I know you like to study, a very studious girl. So I'm very, very happy to accept you now in front of Hari Guru and Vaishnava as my duly initiated disciple. As you have vowed to me, I also vow to you that, because love is reciprocal, that I'll continue to guide you and inspire you until we reach the safe shore of Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Because Prabhupada means the guru, the guru at whose feet all the gurus sit. And I will not rest until you're back home, back to Godhead, somewhere in the groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. That's my promise to you. Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Krishna says in the Gita that, it can take some time to get back home. Although Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, one time he said in a lecture in 1935, he said, I see no reason why all my disciples cannot make it back to Godhead in one lifetime. So I'm hoping you'll be in that category, and I will help you until we are all back home safely at Prabhupada's lotus feet. So, I've been thinking about your name for a long time. And, Vrindavan's very dear to all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And of all the sacred places in Vrindavan, Giriraj Govardhan is one of the most sacred places. And there we find at Giriraj's lotus feet the sacred Radhakund and Shamakund. And there's a beautiful song, a prayer written by Lord Shiva, actually, wherein he's always aspiring, he's always hoping for the sidelong glance of Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani. And this song is actually, I think it's 13 stanzas. It's actually sung by all the young girls in Braj when they go to school in the morning. I noticed that even in 1972 when I was first in Vrindavan, they all sing this song, begging Srimati Radharani for her sidelong glance. So I thought this would be a nice name for you because that would remind you of Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani and the
Wow.
Dear devotees, I think we lost connection with the Vrindavan, India. We're just gonna wait for a little bit for Srila Gurudev to come back. I think the internet there is a bit down, but the technicians are working hard to get this connection back. So I think maybe in the meantime we can have one of our senior devotees guest Maharajas maybe to keep the atmosphere going, perhaps.
Bhakti Chaitanya Swami, do you want to say anything? Otherwise, Indradumi Swami asked me, earlier to say something about initiation. So I could read something about that, but we'd love to hear from you.
Please go ahead, Maharaj. Please go ahead. I'll be extremely happy to hear.
Well, in the Nectar of Devotion, in the introduction, which is really Srila Prabhupada's elaborate, you could say, commentary on the Paribhasa Sutra of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anyavilasita Sunyam. And he says, any activity done in devotional service or in Krishna consciousness are directly under the control of the spiritual energy.
Hare Krishna, I'm back. This is India. India, it has the pros and the cons. Giriraj, tell me, where was I? Where did I get cut off?
Well, at Giriraj Govardhan and Radhakund.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gaudiya Vaishnavas, that they like to end up there at Giriraj's lotus feet and taking bath in Radhakund. So I'd like to give you a name which you can always remember, Sri Vrindavan Dham, and be in such a position that you can always receive the sidelong glance of Srimati Radharani. Your name comes from a song sung by Lord Shiva, which all the young ladies in Vrindavan sing every day on their way to school. Very beautiful song. So from this day forth, can I see her picture? Oh, yes. From this day forth, you should be known as Shri Radha Kripa Kataksha Dasi.
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo.
A very unique name, very beautiful. You'll always be thinking, they'll say, what does your name mean? It means I'm the servant of the merciful sidelong glance of Srimati Radharani. I think for short they'll call you Sri Radha. You can say, no, my name is Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha, servant of the sidelong glance of Brindavaneshwari, Srimati Radharani. Jai Ho!
Hi.
All right.
Thank you,
You like
Srila
that one,
Gurudev.
Lucky? It's a special name, right?
Really
Wonderful.
beautiful. Wonderful.
So we have 39 more names to give. So we will move on.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. I guess it's very special for all of us. If there's so many blessings, unlimited blessings of the senior devotees. So we're gonna continue with the list, and I'm gonna announce the next person on the list, and I'm gonna announce also the person after that, so they can prepare. So the next person on the list is Olga Mikitina from Ukraine, and the next after that is Valeria Asachia from Czech Republic. Please be ready after that. So Olga, if you could turn your microphone on, please.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Accept my respect again.
What do you have to make? What do you hear? This one.
Srila Gurudev.
Olga, you can give the regulative principles and the number of rounds he'll chant. You can speak.
Я сегодня обещаю вам читать минимум кругов хаман. Также не принимать рыбу, мясо, яйца, таких одурманивающих веществ. Не иметь половых отношений вне брака. Также не играть в азартные игры и не принимать участие в финансовых махинациях. Также я принимаю наставления вас по жизни. Я принимаю ученичество Брахма Бадха Радио Кандидата учения. Также верным Srila Gurudev, it's my great mercy and happiness to serve you and your disciples. Thank you very much for accepting my as disciple.
Thank you very much, Olga. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple, and we will do everything within our power to bring you to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet, thus ensuring we make it back home, back to Godhead. We have a very beautiful name for you. Your name means servant of all the Sakis of Srimati Radharani. From this day forth, you should be known as Sri Saki Vrindadasi. Sri Saki Vrindadasi. We'll call you Sri Saki, but you can say, my name's Sri Saki Vrinda. Okay? Very beautiful name. And to all the initiates, we'll be sending you your names in a printed out form so you can know how to spell them. So next, Ananta.
So the next devotee who's on the list, I think we have two lists, which is one I have and one with the latest changes. So Mahavan Prabhu, did you want to? You have a latest change, or should I just go with my list?
So we can call forward Olga Milevsky, if I'm saying it right. Olga Milevsky from Switzerland.
Olga, are you there?
So Olga, please unmute your microphone, and after that we'll continue, and then next one will be Valeria Asachia from Czech Republic.
When she starts to speak, we will see her.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. I would like to give promises. I promise to chant minimum 16 rounds every day and strictly follows the four regulated principles. No meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. I also promise to accept instructions of my spiritual masters, vitally important, and to accept responsibility of being a disciple in Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and remain faithful to teachings, and to remain faithful to instructions of Srila Prabhupada, and thus being faithful to ISKCON and its governing body in form of GBC. I also want to read, I promise to read Srila Prabhupada's book every day, and no social media during the Japan week.
Thank you, Olga. You speak very good English. Very happy to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and I'll do everything within my power to bring you to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, who will be delivering all of us back home, back to God. And through him we get the mercy. I'd like you also to always take shelter of Sagar Maharaj. I know he's been your mentor and your counselor and your inspiration in so many ways in Krishna consciousness. So you please see him as your Shiksha Guru. And according to the Diksha Guru and the Shiksha Guru on the same level, they're just doing different services to inspire us. They're just acting in different ways to inspire us. So please, you take full shelter of Maharaj, of Sagar Maharaj. Okay? I know how dear he is to you. We're giving you a name which means you're the servant of a resident of Radhakund. Kundavasini Devidasi. Kundavasini Devidasi K. A beautiful name. Kundavasini. So next.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. So the next, as I said before, Valeria, please, and Sergei Kruzhanovsky, please be ready after that from Ukraine.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, my dear Srila Gurudeva. Please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to you. And please accept this garland.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for accepting me as a disciple. This is the best day of my life. I promise you to chant 16 rounds every day of Maha Mantra. And I promise to strictly follow four regulative principles of no meat eating, no fish, no meat, no eggs, no intoxications, no illicit sex, no gambling, and to accept instructions of my dear Srila Gurudeva is vitally important to accept responsibility of being a disciple of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya through Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and remain faithful to its teachings, to remain faithful to instructions of Srila Prabhupada, and thus being faithful to ISKCON in its governing body form of GBC. Thank you, I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to accept you as a duly initiated disciple, welcoming you into our Guru Parampara. You get the mercy of all the acharyas coming down from Krishna himself by taking initiation into this we're giving you a name which means servant rasa. From this day forth, you shall be known as Radha Rasika Dasi. Radha Rasika Dasi. Very pretty. We'll send you the name so you can see it in writing. Radha Rasika Dasi. Next.
So next we have Sergei Kryzhanovsky from Ukraine, and after that,
Харе Кришна,
please-
дорогой Шила, я в этот знаменательный день приношу такие обеты вам. Обеты. Значит, не воспевать 16 кругов Махамантры, как минимум 16 кругов Махамантры, делать это мотивированно, мотивацией воспевать их внимательно. Не употреблять одурманивающие вещества, не заниматься, не участвовать в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях, не заниматься незаконным сексом и не есть мясо, яйца, рыбу. Также принимать наставления духовного учителя как наиболее, самые важные в моей жизни. Принять ученичество в Брахма Гаудия Вайшнава Сампрадая, согласно учению Шри Прабхупады. И также принимать, значит, оставаться верным Шри Прабхупаде, учению, с определением, да, Шри Прабхупады, Искон и Дживи. А также беру на себя обет ежедневно, так или иначе, читать книги Шри Прабхупады, Чарьев и Гуру.
Okay, Sergey, thank you very much for those vows. You stick to those vows your entire life. And if anything, as regards Mahamantra, never decrease, but you can always increase. So we're giving you a name which means servant of the expert relisher of Braj Ras. You can tell I spent the last year in Vrindavan. Servant of the expert relisher of Braj Ras. From this day forth, your name shall be Braja Rasika Das. Braja Rasika Das. Braja Rasika Das ki. Braj Rasika.
Srila Gurudev ki jai. And the next person we have from Ukraine, Kyiv, Irina Karatskaya. So Irina from Kyiv, Ukraine is next now. And then the next person after that is Zhana Maheva from Russia. So Zhana Maheva, please be ready after that. And now we have Irina Karatskaya from Ukraine, Kyiv. Jai Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much for your blessings. Wonderful names so far. And all the initiates, please don't be shy. I know it's a very special moment for you, and I know your heart is full of love for Srila Gurudev. So please don't be shy to reveal that love as much as you can. So is it Irina Karatskaya? Can you unmute your microphone, please, Irina?
Дорогой Гурудев, я обещаю следовать 4 регулирующим принципам каждый день, такие как не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять дурманящие вещества, не играть в азартные игры, не заниматься незаконными половыми отношениями, читать минимум 16 кругов Махамантры в день, также принимать наставления духовного учителя как жизненно важные, принимать ученицу Брахма Матха Гаудия Сампрадая посредством ачарья основателя Искон, Шрилы Прабхупады и оставаться верным его учениям. Оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, поддерживая свою верность Искон и его главному управлению. Спасибо.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to accept you now as my duly initiated disciple. You're now part of the Brahma Godba Vaishnav Sampradaya, a very prestigious position to be in. You take full advantage. I know when you were a little girl, I gave you the name Maharani. But now you're a big girl, I'm going to change your name. You're only 17, but again, we're very proud of you as a youth to take Krishna consciousness so seriously. And I know how much you wanted initiation, and I stuck up for you, and I told the authorities I wanted to accept you. And it worked. So I have a beautiful name for you. Now it means servant of She who is endowed with the bhav of a gopi. Servant of She who is endowed with the bhava of a gopi. From this day forth, you should be known as Gopi Bhava Mai Dasi. Gopi Bhava Mai. Bhav means love. Gopi
Jai Shila
Bhava Mai.
Gurudev.
Gopi Bhav.
I can see
Radhe Shyam.
Jai Shila Gurudev. I can see next to them there's a ID
Yeah.
Govinda with her son, and that's amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And I heard this Mataji, she got initiated. She is engaged with the son as well. So engaged.
Wow.
All right. So now we have Zhana Maheva from Russia. Zhana, please unmute your mic. And Yana Orlova from Russia, it will be the next after that. So Zhana Maheva, please.
Харе Кришна. Мне слышно?
Да, yes.
Харе Кришна, дорогой Шрила Гурудев. Сегодня я обязуюсь повторять как минимум ежедневно 16 кругов Махамантры на четко. Строго следовать 4 регулирующим принципам. Воздерживаться от мясоедения, употребления мяса, рыбы, яиц, незаконного секса, поднятия веществ, участие в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Принимать наставление духовного учителя, как жизнь мать ученичества Брахма Мадава Гаудия Прадая посредством ачарьи основателя Искон Прабхупады и оставаться верным его учениям. Оставаться верным наставлениям Прабхупады, поддерживая верность его главным управляющим совету GBC.
Zana, I'm very happy to accept you as my disciple, my initiated disciple, and I'll help you on the path home back to Goloka Vrindavan Dham. A very beautiful name. Your name means servant of the nectarian pastimes of Braj. Your name is Amrita Rasalila Dasi. Amrita Rasalila Dasi. Very beautiful. Amrita Rasalila.
Shila Gurudeva ki jai.
Amrita Rasalila.
That's amazing. It's like a poem, Amrita Rasa.
It is a poem. It is a poem. Amrita Rasalila.
Wow, that's amazing. So we have Yana Arlova. Please, Yana Arlova, unmute your mic. And then the next after Yana is Janavi Rajvi from South Africa, I believe.
Yana?
Харе Кришна. Харе Кришна, дорогой Шрила Гурудев, примите, пожалуйста, мои поклоны. Я обещаю повторять как минимум мантры ежедневно. Я обещаю строго следовать регулярно, отказаться от принятия дурманящих веществ. Я обещаю принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные и принять ученичество Брахмы Мадава Гаудия Сампрадая посредством Шрилы Прабхупады, оставаться верным его учению и оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, поддерживать свою верность Искон и GBC.
And you can smile. This is a happy day. You can smile. I know it's official, but also it's very, very blissful. So we're very happy to accept you now as our duly initiated disciple. You have a connection with all the great acharyas. You also have all their mercy, and I'll be there with you every step of the way back to Godhead. And we're giving you a name, which means you're servant of Radha, who lives in Varsana. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Varshana Radhika Dasi. Varshana Radhika Dasi. Jai.
Haribo! Jai! Shila Gurudeva ki jai!
Varshana Radhika.
Varshana. There's so many names with Varshana. They're so beautiful. Varshana is one of the most beautiful places. So now, thank you, Shila Gurudev. Now we're going to continue to Janavi Rajvi from, I believe, South Africa. That's what it says here. And then after that, we have a Dmitro Jaga. So please, Dmitro from Ukraine, be ready. And now, Janavi, please unmute your microphone.
Hare Krishna, dear Srila Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you. I vow to follow the four regulative principles of no meat eating, no fish or eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. And I vow to chant my 16 rounds daily.
Very happy to give you initiation. I know how much this means to you. I know how much I mean to you. Actually, we're four, I think, right? Four and a half or something.
Yes.
And I'm very happy to bring you on board now on the Jaladuta back to the spiritual world. And you're very well known for your loyalty to your guru and to your nishta, your faith in your guru. And you always have a smile on your face. I don't think I've ever seen you without a smile. So I'm going to give you a name which connects us very closely. Your name means one who does service to the guru, servant of the guru. From this day forth, you should be known as Guru Sevika Dasi. Guru Sevika.
Thank you,
Is that beautiful? Guru Sevika, one who loves to serve the Guru. Guru Sevaki Dasi Ki.
Shila Gurudeva ki! The beautiful names ki!
Sevika means servant, Guru Sevika.
Thank you, Shila Gurudev. You're amazing. We love you so much. So, Dmitro Jaga, please, from Ukraine, unmute your mic. And the next person after that will be Victoria Zheldak from Ukraine, please.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutavai Samatam Dradina Swami Tinamine Namo Prabhupada Siyadai Namaskritam Sai Bhakti Sai Krishna Kirtane Narsimhana Sai Namo. Krishna. What? Hare Krishna. Krishna.
Мы вас слышим, дорогой. Yeah, we can hear you. Please continue.
Высшего Гурдева даю обеты не употреблять рыбу, мясо, яйца, не заниматься незаконным сексом, не играть в азартные игры, и не употреблять одурманивающих средств. И читайте каждый день минимум 16 кругов Махамантры. Кришна.
Thank you, Dima. I'm very happy to accept you formally now, officially as my disciple, welcoming you into our Guru Parampara. You can become a valuable member by always remembering Prabhupada's heart, his heart. So your name means servant of Hari Leela. Leela means pastime. So Giridhar Leela Das Ki. I don't know if you heard it. Okay, Giridhar Leela. Who's the next name?
So now we have Victoria, and then after that we have Asensio Avalo Ashanti Elizabeth from Mexico. Please be ready after the Victoria. Victoria, thank you for unmuting your microphone. Please go ahead.
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, Хари Кришна, слышно? Ананта Васудев, слышно меня?
Да, мы вас слышим, да, пожалуйста, продолжайте.
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, я принимаю обет повторять 16 кругов Махамантры ежедневно, воздерживаться от мясоедения, не употреблять мясо, рыбу и яйца, не заниматься незаконным сексом, не принимать дурманящие вещества, не участвовать в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Я также принимаю ваши наставления духовного учителя, как жизненно важные. Принимаю ученичество в Брахма Мадхава Гаудия Сампрадая посредством ачарьи основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады. И обещаю сохранять верность наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупаде, оставаться и поддерживать свою верность Искон и главному управляющему органу Совету GBC. Хари Кришна. Я не вижу Гурудева.
Thank you so much. Very happy
Dear
to
Gurudev, thank you so much for this blessed moment, for your priceless mercy. Thank you very much.
So we're giving you a name which means servant of Srimati Radharani, who is replete, who possesses rasa. From this day forth, you should be known as Radha Rasamayi Dasi. Radha Rasamayi Dasi. Hare Krishna. Radha
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. I'm very happy.
You're welcome.
Jai Shri Gurudev, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and all blessings to all initiates. Now we have Victoria. We have the Asensio Arivalo from Mexico, and then after that we'll have Mayapur devotees. They just someone told me they just came online. They are ready, so we have them after the Asensio Arivalo Ashanti Elizabeth from Mexico. So please, Mataji, unmute your microphone.
Hare Krishna, querido Srila Gurudev, acepte mis humildes reverencias.
Hare Krishna, dear Srila Gurudev, accept my humble obeisances.
Todas las glorias a Srila Prabhupada.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Lo siento, estoy muy nerviosa.
I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous.
Estoy muy agradecida por haberme aceptado.
I feel very grateful to you because you accepted me.
Me comprometo a seguir los 4 principios regulativos.
I commit myself to follow the 4 regulative principles.
No comer carne, huevo ni pescado.
No meat eating, also no fish and no eggs.
No intoxicación.
No intoxication.
No sexo ilícito.
No illicit sex.
No jugar juegos de azar.
And no gambling.
Y prometo cantar mínimo 16 rondas diarias.
And I commit myself to chant at least 16 rounds every day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Habla español un poquito. Español.
Oh,
I'm very happy to accept you as my duly initiated disciple, and I will do everything in my power to bring you to Srila Prabhupada, who's taken the whole movement, whole world, out of this miserable material existence back to Godhead. We're giving you a name which means servant of the Gopi, who is the goddess of the Kunjas. From this day forth, you should be known as Kunjeshwari Gopi Rasi. Kunjeshwari, Kunja and Ishwari, so the controller of the Kunjeshwari Gopi.
thank you, Srila Gurudev. Such a beautiful name. And as you can see, Srila Gurudev speaks many languages, including the transcendental language of love from the spiritual world. So now, thank you, Mataji, and all our blessings. And now we're gonna go to Mayapur. We have a Mayapur devotees who is getting initiated today, and we all have all three of them. They are ready in a Zoom, so we're gonna go to them now. Thank you so much, Srila Gurudev.
Welcome.
Mayapur devotees, please unmute your microphone. I think you're all together, right?
Mayapur Vasis ki
Jai.
Shishivara Madhava ki
Jai.
Astasakis ki
Jai.
Shri Panchatattva ki
Jai.
Bhagavan Narasimhadeva ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So I think we're waiting for Mayapur devotees to go online. Is that right? Can someone see them online yet, or were they there before? Okay. So I just want to say, after the Mayapur devotees, we're back on our list, and Andrei Surovsky from Ukraine will be the next after them. So now we have Mayapur devotees, and one of the Mayapur devotees is Radha Padma, and then Rasreli Mataji, and then Chintamani. So there's three initiated from devotees from Mayapur, and I can see Mayapur now. See, please go ahead, Mayapur devotees.
I think someone was going to speak something. Narashwar, somebody was, or some sannyasis were going to speak.
Okay.
All right. So maybe if we have time, we can wait, and then we go to the next person. Is that right?
Yeah, they're just trying to reconnect. They'll be back with us in 2 minutes.
Okay. So we go back to our list. So Andrei Surovsky from Ukraine, please. If you're ready, please unmute your microphone. We would like to hear you, please. Andrei?
Харе Кришна, дорогой Шрила Гурудев. Позвольте принести свои обеты. Я обещаю никогда не употреблять мясо, рыбу, яйца, не играть в азартные игры, не употреблять интоксикации, не вступать в незаконные половые отношения в браке только для зачатия детей, и также повторять не менее 16 кругов Харе Кришна Махамантры, стараться внимательно повторять, всегда оставаться в Искон вместе с Шрилой Прабхупадой и следовать вашим наставлениям. Харе Кришна.
Andre, thank you. We're very happy to accept you as our disciple, and we will always be with you on the path, every step of the way, to beyond Vaikuntha, to Goloka, the playground of God. So we're giving you a name, Andre, which means servant of the mercy of the Paramahamsa devotees, the topmost swan-like devotees. From this day forth, you should be known as Paramahamsa Kripa Das. Paramahamsa Kripa Das. Good name.
Wow, such an amazing name, Gurudev. Can I also be called Paramahamsa one day?
Couple lives.
All right, I hear the message that devotees are ready from Mayapur. Can we check the sound? So, do we have any update from Mayapur devotees? Who I think was it the Maharaj Bhakti Vidyapurna Maharaj was going to speak? Or
Yes. Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, we can hear you.
So we are here. Remember, please.
Can someone mute?
It's fine.
So I think there's two.
TV.
Okay, so I think there's too much mercy there. So we're still having some difficulties. Is it right? So I think we give them a bit more time, perhaps, and then we go continue with our list. Is it all right? Shall Gurudev?
It's okay.
All right. So we give Mayapur devotees a little bit more time, and we will continue with the list. So the next one is Stefan Shusarchik from Ukraine. So Prabhu, Stefan, please unmute your mic. And the next after that is one of the first devotees on the list from China for today, Di Yungjing. She's from China, so she will be after the Stefan. So Stefan, please unmute your microphone. We are ready for you, please.
Харе Кришна. Слышно меня?
Yes, we can hear you.
Харе Кришна, Шрила Гурудев. Спасибо вам за то, что согласились принять меня в свои ученики. Сегодня я такие ответы повторять как минимум 6 кругом Махамантры Харе Кришна на четках каждый день и стараться делать это внимательно. Строго следуя 4 регулирующим принципам: не употреблять мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять никаких интоксикаций, не участвовать в азартных играх и не вступать в незаконные половые отношения. Также я обещаю принимать наставления духовного учителя как жизненно важные. Принять ученичество Брахма Мадхава Гаудия Сампрадай посредством ачарьи, основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады, и оставаться верным его учению. А также оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, Искон и главному управляющему органу GBC. Также обещаю каждый день читать книги Шрилы Прабхупады. Харе Кришна.
Thank you very much. Pleased to accept you as an initiated disciple. You're taking initiation into the Mahamantra.
Krishna.
The prime benediction for this age of Kali. So we're giving you the name which means servant of the personification of Rasa. From this day forth, you shall be known as Rasa Swarup Das. Rasa Swarup Das. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Jai Shri Gurudev. Hare Krishna Prabhu. All our blessings to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Srila Gurudev. I think I could hear the Mayapur devotees. Can we confirm, Mayapur devotees, you have?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Okay, great. So now we have devotees from Mayapur. There's a 3 Matajis who is getting initiated today. I'm sure they.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think we have a special guest, Bhakti Purna Maharaj speaking.
Are we on? Okay,
Yes,
we're
Maharaj.
on. Om Jnanatim Anandis Oh, this is a problem. I mean, you can't have so many mics. This works.
Yeah.
Everything else you should mute. Okay. So the blessings of Krishna comes as in the form of the association of the Vaishnavas. And by that association, then we actually know Krishna. Because without the devotees, you cannot know Krishna. It is not possible. You can't know through your intelligence, through your senses, through analyzation, or anything else. It is simply that the Krishna, being kind, he reveals himself to the devotee through the devotees. This is a very important aspect as Rupa Nugas, as Prabhupada Nugas. Then we know Krishna through our line, through our acharyas, through our devotees. It's not based on anything else. It's not about history. It's not about logic. It's about that the absolute truth is then shown to us by those who actually know this truth. So the opportunity that one gets to take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master and that be reciprocated by the spiritual master, right? We're not talking any of this ekalavya kind of jazz. But that the spiritual master is accepting, we're accepting them, that relationship, that very much pleases Krishna. Because now, when you have a relationship with the spiritual master, now you have a relationship with Krishna. You are known as the servant of that devotee, and that devotee has his relationship with his spiritual master like this, and then you're connected to Krishna. So it's a very glorious moment when the living entity gets the opportunity to take shelter of the spiritual master. And so it's very, very special. It's very rare. It means you could become Lord Brahma, you can become Lord Indra, anything else. But to get the shelter of the bona fide spiritual master, that's something very special. That's something rare. That's what all the residents of the spiritual world, they take this as bona fide. And so it's a glorious day, and that Maharaj is here, and that he's taking this opportunity, even though he may be in a different place, and devotees from all over the world are taking part. And then for the organizers of all this, that they're arranging all these things so all the devotees can come together and take part in this program. And so it's a very glorious day, a very glorious moment. So we want to thank all the devotees for taking part in their way, qualifying themselves, organizing things, following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. And in this way, we all surrender to the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev. Jai.
Hare Krishna. So we are very fortunate also to have with us His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu and Jananivash Prabhu, who are the head pujaris of Sri Mahaprabhu Chandrodaya Mandir, which is the headquarters of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So we will request them to bestow their blessings and the blessings of Narasimhadev and Prahat Maharaj, Panchatattva, and Shishi Radha Madhava to all the initiates and all the other devotees all over the world. Pankajang Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna dear devotees, congratulations on this auspicious day of Gopastami, that you're going to receive the most important thing in your life, your connection with Krishna. Congratulations to you all. May Lord Nrsimhadev protect you, that you always follow attentively the instructions of the mood of the spiritual master, and this way you may please him. May Lord Nrsimhadev Protect our beloved Indradyumna Swami Maharaj from all sides, inside and out, that he may have a long, healthy life and be with us a lot longer and deliver hundreds and hundreds more people. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you for inviting us in your association. So this is a very wonderful day, because after being in the sojourn in this material world for billions and billions of lifetimes, billions and billions of universes, then one has the opportunity to meet a bona fide guru, coming in a bona fide parampara, and actually getting initiated into this line, into this parampara, with the deity's mantras of the Istadeva of the movement. So this is a very, very wonderful thing. It's coming through the grace of the parampara, and the guru, who is actually the transparent vine media to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada says in the purport, in the 18th chapter, and the verse that Sanjaya said, I heard this conversation of Bhagavad Gita actually by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, Vyasadeva. So Prabhupada said, this is the mystery of the parampara. The transparent via media of the Guru is a mystery. But it is, Prabhupada said, but it is a fact that although everything is going through Guru, the experience is, you have direct service to Krishna. That experience is real, even though we're analyzing and understanding that it's through the parampara. But the Guru is the transparent, Prabhupada term this, I don't know if anybody used it before, transparent via media. So the Guru, but Prabhupada said the realize that it is direct service. You get a direct connection, because Guru becomes transparent. Although we understand Guru is performing the services, etc. Yeah, like that. So those who are get initiated, they're very, very, very fortunate. Don't misuse this lifetime. You have the connection to the parampara. You have been given shelter and mantras of the deities. So I'm just an official priest, so I can pray to the lotus feet of Panchatattva that you always may engage in the service, the Panchatattva Seva, wherever you may be in the world, that you always have the service of the Panchatattva, and ultimately may you be blessed to take complete shelter at the lotus feet of Radha Madhava. This is all done by the kindness of Guru. On this auspicious day, I wish you all well, good luck. I hope to see you all happy in Krishna consciousness and perform your devotional service under the guidance of your spiritual master, Indradyumna. Thank you very much, Indradyumna Maharaj. Thank you very much for all of the jnana of Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much. Radhacharan Prabhu, would you like to say a couple of words? We have Gurudev's good friend, Radhacharan Prabhu. Come, just 1 minute.
Srila Indradyumna Swami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, I'm so happy to be here and to witness once again some wonderful, wonderful young devotees taking shelter of your lotus feet. And I pray to Srila Prabhupada and I pray to you that they will make so much progress that they will make you proud for the rest of your life. Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Thank you. So now we will give the sound back to the Zoom. Probably you can disconnect me somehow from this so it doesn't resonate.
So just to confirm, Prabhu, now we will have initiates to say something. Is that right? Will they have the microphone to say the vows? Can we have the microphone for them to say the vows, please? So we have 4 initiates from the from Mayapur in total.
5 actually.
5. Well, first initiation is only 4, right? I believe.
Correct.
Okay, so we have 4 first initiates, and we're just waiting for them to start saying the vows. Will they have the microphone to do that, Prabhu?
To coordinate all of the mutes.
Is it someone managing the microphone for them?
Yes. Yes. No, we have to mute this again.
Okay, so we have Radha.
Hare Krishna, we are.
Yeah.
So whoever is the first person. Well, how we will hear who is the first person?
maybe they can come to the microphone or something. Maybe they can just come closer to microphone.
Okay. I think I should get the.
Or you can bring the microphone to them.
Mute on off. Okay. So who should be first?
So we have Radha Padma. Maybe would like to go first. She has on the she's on the list.
Okay.
So Mataji, can you hear us? Would you like to say your vows? Yes, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Srila Gurudev. I vowed to, my 4 vows are no meat eating, no meat, fish or eggs, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. And I promised you to chant 16 rounds, at least 16 rounds every day until the rest of my life.
Radha Padma, thank you very much. You're very talented, very gifted, devotee of the Lord, and we've seen this at a very young age. Usually these talents come out much later in life. You're kind of like a Hare Krishna prodigy. And it's very nice to see that you've been preaching Krishna consciousness, I can't remember, probably since you started talking or something, but you like to give classes. And this is something that many devotees strive to achieve after many, many years. So Krishna's blessed you. And I'm very happy to be able to give you shelter as your spiritual master and to connect you to our Guru Parampara, to introduce you to Srila Prabhupada, and take you by the hand all the way back home, back to Godhead. And I'm very happy to accept you because I know that along the way, you're going to do a lot of preaching. And you're going to make a lot of devotees by your classes. You just kind of give classes now. Some people see, some people don't. But I think that in time, because of your purity and your chastity, that when you give classes, it will touch the hearts of people. So that's my hope for you. I'm telling you right now, on the day of your initiation, you keep preaching. This is Prabhupada's heartbeat. You keep preaching and make devotees. So I have such a nice name for you. I couldn't wait to this moment to give you. Mom wanted you to keep the name, so your name, but I kind of mixed in it. It just turned out really beautiful. So your name means servant of Radha, whose abode is the lotus. It's kind of a little long. It's like an aristocratic name. From this day forth, you should be known as Shri Radha Padmalaya Devi Dasi. Shri Radha Padmalaya Dasi, servant of Radha who appeared or whose abode is the lotus. Shri Radha Padmalaya. Hare Krishna. Isn't that a beautiful name? Shri Radha Padmalaya Dasi K. All right.
Jai, Srila Gurudeva Ki Jai. Thank you so much for coming with this beautiful name and all your mercy and blessings. Thank you so much. So we're still in Mayapur, and we will have next Mataji on the list, Rasa Reli, please. Prabhu, can you give the microphone to Rasa Reli, please?
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I vow to follow the 4 regulative principles for the rest of my life, which are no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And I promise to chant minimum 16 rounds for the rest of my life every day.
Thank you, Rasa. We're also very, very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple. I knew you when you were in the womb, well, sort of knew you. And I knew your mom when she was much younger than you right now. So our history goes way, way, way back. And I think that the 3 of you taking initiation today is the real glory of our Mayapur project there. Of course, there's many wonderful glories. There's the temple, there's the deities, back to Prabhupada established that project, that he's overwatching that project. But really, it's the school there that's bringing forth saintly persons, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and all 3 of you are the exemplar of that. I heard Prabhupada say one time that he said, in my life, I did not know what was sinful activity. And he said, there was never a day I forgot the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So when I look at the 3 of your young faces there sitting like that, I think, yeah, that's these girls. They're protected by the Dham. They're protected by the project. They're protected by the community. They're protected by their parents. And therefore you have a very wonderful life, very rare life in this material creation. You're protected on all sides, so you can just sit and peacefully chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. You're like jewels. Like you dig into the earth, you can find jewels. So either you can dig into this material world and you can find some jewels. So all 3 of you girls are like that. And you're setting a good standard. You're all very young, but no one can deny that you're not qualified. You're all very qualified. And you're giving so much joy. I can see all the faces there, your mother and father and all the devotees. So congratulations to you. Congratulations on this day. And I love your name, Rasaveli, so I just want to change it a little bit. So your name means servant of the playful, Rasa Leela of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, playful. Radha and Krishna have many pastimes, but they have pastimes that are very playful. So you're servant of those playful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So from this day forth, you should be known as Rasa Keli Dasi. Keli means very playful. And Rasa, you know what Rasa means. So Rasa Keli Dasi. Nice name, Rasa Keli. And now our Chintamani from Bulgaria, our artist.
So Mataji Chintamani, please. Thank you, Shula Gurudev.
Accept my
Prabhu,
humble obeisances. I promise to follow strictly the four regulative principles, namely no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, and no intoxication. And I promise to chant at least 16 rounds every day for the rest of my life.
And I know you will. And that's why I'm accepting at a young age. You have that Durya Vrataha. You have that determination, which is unusual. Usually young girls your age, they have determination for the wrong things. But you've been sheltered, you've been protected your whole life. And you have a great determination. When you say something, I have faith you're going to do it. And that's the criteria for initiation, that the spiritual master has faith that taking on a disciple, taking them on the boat back to Godhead, that disciple will remain always faithful and follow the rules and regulations and be a good devotee. I know that from you. You're a very serious young lady, very, very serious. And we've known each other for many years as well, when you were very young. And I gave you some attention. I'd like to give attention to the young devotees, even if they're just knee-high to a grasshopper. They're only 2 or 3. I know what it means, because when I was a young man, one famous personality gave me 10 minutes of his time on a big football field in California. He was a famous quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. 100,000 people stood waiting for the game. He took 10 minutes to show me how to throw a football. And he said, look, son, do good in school and never drink or smoke. Don't use swear words. So, because of him, one reason I became a devotee is because I lived a good life. So I know that giving attention to the young ones like you, it goes a long, long way. Of course, I think all of you were devotees before, but I'm going to change your name. I love your name, but I'm going to change it to even more Rasik name. It's a name of Radharani, which means that she's servant. You're servant of the queen of the kunjas. Radharani, she's queen of all the kunjas, or the little flower place, the kunjas where Radha and Krishna meet for their wonderful pastimes in Vrindavan. There's lots of kunjas, and they meet there. So Radharani is Vrindavaneshwari. She's in charge of Vrindavan, in charge of these little kunjas. So your name means servant of the queen of the kunjas. From this day forth, you shall be known as Kunjarani Dasi. Kunjarani Dasi. Short and very sweet. Kunjarani Dasi Ki. Rasa Kali Dasi Ki. Shirad Radha Padmalaya Dasi Ki. Mayapurdama Ki. Shishirada Madhava Ki. Shringadev Ki. Panchatattva Ki. All the Maharajas and sannyasis and senior devotees and all the devotees Ki. I want to
Gurudeva Ki.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudeva Ki. We have one more devotee, first initiation from Mayapur Prabhu, Vishwambar Prabhu from Gurukul. He's only 18, but I'm sure he's very spiritual and very amazing boy. So please, Prabhu, can you pass the mic to Vishwambar Prabhu?
Krishna Srila Gurudev. I promise to follow the four regulative principles, namely no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and I promise to chant minimum 16 rounds of Maha Mantra daily.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Valentine, I remember you when you were a little boy. You were really tiny. I think maybe you were 4 or something, and you were 3. And your dad, I was sitting on an asana somewhere, and we had an exchange. And I think I asked you, are you a devotee of Nrsinga or are you a devotee of Krishna? I think you said something about Nrsinga. And I told you that when you grew up, you could travel with me all over the world. So you're getting trained very nicely there in Mayapur. It's the best place for a young man to grow up, and you're being trained by the best teachers in the creation, because they're teaching you the absolute truth, Krishna consciousness, according to the doctrine of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you become fixed up there, and then you preach. You can either stay in the community there and preach, help with the Gurukul, or you can follow the example of your spiritual master, some stage of your life, and you can travel. But I will tell you that the real bliss in Krishna consciousness, especially for a young man who's free to travel, there's no restrictions. The highest bliss is to share Krishna consciousness with others. And if you take that risk and you go to the far off places, Nrsingadev will protect you. I have experience of that, because he wants this movement spread. So I remember that day. You were just a little guy, had a little bit of hair on your head. And so I remember, so I'm going to give you a name of Nrsinga, because from that day, and it's a really powerful name of Nrsinga. No one has this name yet. I've been saving it. So your name means servant of Nrsingadev, who's extremely fierce towards his enemies. Servant of Nrsinga who is extremely fierce towards his enemies. So from this day on, you'll be known as Mahot Kata Narasimhadas. Mahot Kata means very fierce to the enemies. Mahot Kata. Mahot Kata Narasimhadas. And we're pronouncing it Narasimha, not Nrsinga, but Narasimha, Narasimha. Mahot Kata Narasimhadas. You got a good name. Take full advantage of it. Preach Krishna consciousness.
Jai Shri Gurudev. Thank you, dear devotees from Mayapur, for being with us. So now we're going to move on to America. Actually, the America is there past midnight, and I have this humble request from devotee there to be next on the list. Actually, his name is Narayan Gangadhar Prabhu. So please, Prabhu, can you unmute your microphone? Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Shri Gurudev.
Krishna, how are you, Narayan?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Gurudev. I vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds of Mahamantra every single day for the rest of my life. I vow to strictly follow the 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no meat, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. I vow to accept the instructions of the spiritual master, and your instructions, Srila Gurudev, is vitally important. I vow to remain faithful to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and faithful to the instructions of ISKCON and the values of the governing body commission. Thank you very much for accepting me into the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
You're more than welcome. Thank you, Narayan. I know you're probably the furthest away there in San Jose. I think it's around midnight or even more there, so thank you. I remember you. I visited your house. I believe I took prasad there. And through your mentors, Rasika Siromani and Govinda Charan, we've enjoyed seeing you become strong in Krishna consciousness through ups and downs of life. Life does throw us ups and downs. And you've remained steady to the point now where you're ready for initiation. So we congratulate you. This is the most important moment in your life since you left the spiritual world. We're going to give you a name, which means that you are servant of the Lion of Dharma. Servant of the Lion of Dharma. From this day forth, you shall be known as Dharma Simha Das. Dharma Simha Das. Servant of the Lion of Dharma. Okay? Dharma Simha Das Ki. Sirvavad Ki. Vaisheshika Prabhu, the ISB community Ki. Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Dharma Simha.
Jai Shila Gurudev, thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Shila Gurudev. We're gonna move further to the China now. So from America, we're gonna go to China, all the way to China. And I know Dana Kelly Mataji is assisting there. We have, I can see there's 4 devotees from China on the list here. So
5.
Actually 5, sorry, yeah, 5 devotees from China is on the list. So Dana Kelly Mataji, are you there? How are we gonna do this? Should I just say each name and then they all will be going online? Dana Kelly Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can you hear me? Yes, Prabhu, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dana Kelly. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. Please accept my very humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
So Dana Kelly Mataji, would you
we
like
have-
to?
we have-
So would you like to say the names? It'd be
Yeah,
easy for
yeah,
you.
Prabhu. OK，那第一位奉献者那就是底狱净玛塔吉 Hare Krishna. So the first devotee who get initiated from you, Shri Gurudev, will be Bhakti 底狱净。所以底狱净玛塔吉，您现在就把您的麦克和您的视频都打开，然后就像别的奉献者那样就行。
So Dana Kelly Mataji, how she will say the vows in Chinese and you will translate, is that right?
Yeah. Can I do that?
Please.
亲爱的底狱净，你现在能上来了吗？
可以啦，我在线。
OK。
能听到吗？
Yeah， 可以听见。Marge, this is 底狱净。
I remember
你现在
her.
可以来。
She was
或者说
came to Vrindavan, right?
Yeah.
He gave her kavacha.
Yes. Guru Maharaj 说呢，他记得你，然后呢，他给了你那个 kavacha。
So she made it.
是的。
Yeah. She's very sincere.
Wow, she made it. Amazing.
亲爱的 Gurudeva， 谢谢您收留了我。
Srila Gurudev, thank you so much to accept me.
您是至尊主的代表，您是我生生世世永恒的灵性的父亲。我从中国
You
来
are the
到您的家
representative
族
for
下。
You are my spiritual fathers. I come from China to your lotus feet.
这一切都是如此神奇的安排。从现在起，我将自己完全奉献在您的莲花足下。
So from today on, I will just fully dedicate myself to your lotus feet.
我发誓，我会遵守4项基本原则，严格遵守4项基本原则。我会每天好好念诵，严格执行Guru的训示。Hare Krishna。
4项基本原则是什么？4项基本原则是什么
？4项基本原则：不吃鱼肉蛋，不吸食麻醉品，不赌博，没有非法性生活。
Okay, well, so from today on, I vow that is, I will strictly to follow the 4 regulative principles, which is no fish, meat, egg, and also no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and I will chanting a minimum 16 rounds every day, and also strictly follow your instructions.
Okay, thank you very much, D.
非常感谢你。
I'm happy to accept you as my duly initiated disciple.
那我非常的开心的能够接受你作为我的启迪的门徒。
And I'd like to offer my Obeisances unto His Holiness Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami, who took Prabhupada's order to go to China under very dangerous conditions and planted the seed of Krishna consciousness by which all these devotees can take the benefit.
那我愿意，我想呢，也向圣塔玛勒 Krishna Goswami Maharaj 莲花族指引我前进的顶拜。那他在说了帕帕的训示之下呢，在中国非常危险的情况下来到了中国，并且在中国撒下的种子，而且现在还得到了这么好的结果。
So I'm happy to connect you to Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara.
那我非常的开心的能够把你连接在舍帕帕的和 Guru Parampara 之中。
And you read Prabhupada's books.
你阅读舍帕帕的书籍。
And you always follow in the footsteps of Srimati Dhanakeli Dasi. Hold on. I'm giving you an order. You always follow Dhanakeli.
而且你总是要跟着你总是要跟着 Srimati Dhanakeli 一起走。
Dhanakeli is an angel who's descended into China to help spread the China mission.
Dhanakeli 是个天使，然后呢，他降临到中国，然后帮助中国的使命的进行。
So your name means servant of the confidential knowledge of Seva in the Kunjas of Vrindavan.
那你的名字呢，是对于稳大文的昆者的仆人的，对于对于昆者的服务的非常机密的知识的仆人。
From this day forth, you should be known as Nikunja Vidya Dasi. Nikunja Vidya.
所以说，从现在开始呢，你的名字是你昆者 Vidya Dasi。
There's no R's in there, so you can say it because Chinese people try to say R's, they get it mixed up. So there's no R's. Nikunja Vidya. All right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna， 你可以把你的那个麦克给关掉了，你可以把你的麦克关掉啊。Thank you very much, Shri.
Welcome. Next.
Yes.
Was there a plan for the translation, the synchronized translation, or was that the plan you just repeated, right?
Mahavan says all the Russians are getting the translation.
No, that's fine, but it's just for the Chinese. Dhanakeli Mataji, is it? Can we do that same for Chinese devotees, or not? Was that the plan?
I think she's translating.
I'm translating. Yeah, I did the simultaneous translation just now. But now for this part, I'm just doing this. Is it okay, or I just?
Yeah, sure. Please. Okay, so let's go to the next person, please, Dhanakeli Mataji.
OK， 那么下面一位呢是小茹马达吉。小茹，你可以上来吗？
听得到吗？
听得见，邱静茹。
Hare Krishna, introduce me. Guru
I don't know why I'm hearing the echoes.
China.
Yeah.
小茹，稍微等一下啊。那么Nanda Prabhu, I don't know what is the problem. Is my side or?
It's probably the microphone. So maybe she can say fully all the vowels. and they're changing, and then after that you translate. Will that be okay? And then in the moment, and that time you can mute your microphone.
OK，小卢，你现在听我说啊，你现在呢，你就先说你的誓言，然后这会儿我就把我的麦克风给关了，否则呢会有回音。你就说就行了。完，待会儿等你说完话以后，你要把你的麦克风给关掉，好不好？先别哭呢啊，开始了啊！
我发誓，从今以后我不吃鱼肉蛋，不过非法性生活，不吸食麻醉品，每天念诵16圈。
I remember she also came to Vrindavan, right? And I gave her one kavacha.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
So she made it also. They were just guests. They weren't devotees yet. So that's quite amazing.
No. Yeah. She actually made it, and she's very, very determined because of you, all because of your mercy.
Okay, so I'm happy to accept her as my disciple.
那所以呢，我非常的开心能够接受你作为我的门徒。
And take her back to Krishna.
并且呢，把你给带回到 Krishna 的身边。
So her name means servant of the servant of the playful love, servant of the playful love of Radha and Krishna.
所以你的名字呢是 Radha 和 Krishna 的好玩的爱的仆人。
So from this day forth, you should be known as Kamakeli Devidasi. Kamakeli.
所以从今儿开始呢，你的名字就是 Kamakeli Devidasi。
It's 2 words, Kamakeli.
Kamakeli 这2个词。
Very Braj name, very Braj ras.
那所以呢，这是马含着 Braja 的深情的一个名字。
Servant of the playful, loving pastimes of Radha.
所以呢，你是 Radha 和 Krishna 的好玩的、爱的、逍遥的仆人。Thank you so much, Shalagarde. OK， 下面一位呢是李歌平帕布。李歌平帕布。李歌平帕布，您能上来吗？
上来了。
OK，
上来了，哎。
也是啊。
对。
您就直接先说您的这个祷文啊，也不是您的这个誓言。
Gurudev， 你好，请接受我的这个谦卑的顶拜。给您的方法。
Sure, Gurudev, please accept my very humble obeisances, and this is the garland I offer to you. Please accept it.
可以说，Gurudev，我向你发誓，每天坚持念诵至少16圈，坚持4项基本原则，不吃鱼肉蛋，不过非法性生活，不赌博，不吸食麻醉品，永远追随Guru，你做Guru的忠实的仆人，永远追随帕帕的，永远不离开伊什康。
Thank you very much. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple.
非常非常感谢你，我也非常的开心能够接受你作为我的门徒。
Your name, well, it's the name of a deity in Mathura. It's a Varaha deity, and that deity has been around since the beginning of creation.
那你的名字呢，是在 Varaha 的一尊神像的仆人的名字，这是一尊 Varaha 的神像的仆人。那么这尊 Varaha 的神像呢，在创造之初的时候就已经存在了。
I gave 2 lectures about Mathura recently.
那我最近呢讲了2节关于 Mathura 的课。
And you can hear about this deity in those lectures.
那你可以通过那些讲课来了解这尊神像。
So from this day forth, your name shall be.
所以从现在开始，你的名字是
Kapila Varaha Das. Kapila Varaha.
Kapila Varaha Das.
the name of a deity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Gurudev. 婆婆把您那个麦克给关掉哈。Gurudev, so next one will be Bhakta Yang Xi Yi.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj。亲爱的 Gurudev， 自从去年，
I can
你
hear
听得
you.
到吗？我给你拿起。
可以听得见，可以听得见。
我去年从 Yes， 我去年从文道文回来以后，我特别想念您和圣地。我几乎每一天都在听您和其他奉献者的唱诵。我发誓在以后的日子里面，不吃鱼肉蛋，不过非法性生活，不赌博，不吸食麻醉品，每天至少在念珠上念诵16圈，每天阅读圣泡泡的书籍，永远跟随您的脚步。Hare Krishna。
Thank you. Thank you. We're very happy to accept you officially as our disciple today.
那我今天呢，非常的开心的能够接受你作为我的门徒。
You always chant, dance, take prasadam, and be happy.
那所以呢，你要永远总是在念诵，在跳舞，然后呢，开心。
So we're giving you a name of the area where Suryadev is worshipped. Radharani goes there on Sundays to pray, to have Krishna as her consort. So that's a very sacred place.
那我们给你的这个名字呢是Suryadev， 是星期天的时候 Radharani 去崇拜他的那个地方。那么这是一个非常神圣的地方。
So you're a servant of that sacred place.
所以说你是那个很神圣的地方的仆人。
From this day forth, you should be known as Surya Tirtha Das. Surya Tirtha.
所以从现在开始呢，你的名字是 Surya Tirtha Das。
Surya Tirtha Das Ki.
Right. Krishna. So Guru so the next one will be the last devotee, Zhang Shao.
Zhang Shao.
Zhang Prabhu. Yeah, his name is the Zhang Shao. I'm sorry, I forgot his full name. Anyway, he's Bhakta Zhang. Bhakta Zhang.
Bhakta Zhang.
张法部，您能上来吗？哈尔波法部，哈尔波法部。Earlier, he had a hard time to access in Zoom, but later he told me he's in.
Can you hear him?
We can come back to him if he can come in.
Yeah. And then, but why don't we just come back to him?
All right. So what we'll do, just contact him, and as soon as he's ready, we'll put him next. So we'll just keep going. Dana Mataji, thank you so much for helping and assisting.
Yes.
So we're gonna go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're gonna go back to our list, and the next person on the list I have is Viktor Kirilenko from Ukraine. So and after him, Sergei Samalenko from Germany. So Viktor Kirilenko, please unmute your microphone and be ready for your vows, please. Jai Prabhu. Dana Kirimaji, you could mute the mic. Do we have Victor Prabhu?
Я здесь. Включен?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please continue.
Слышно?
Да.
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, обещаю вам до конца своей жизни внимательно воспевать не менее 16 кругов Махамантры на четках ежедневно. а также следовать 4 регулирующим принципам. Не есть мясо, рыбу, яйца, не употреблять наркотических одурманивающих веществ, не играть в азартные игры и участвовать в финансовых махинациях, не заниматься незаконным сексом. Принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные. Принимать, или вернее, принять ученичество Брахма Мадхава Гаудия Сампрадай посредством ачарьи основателя Шрилы Прабхупады, оставаться верным его учению, оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады и быть верным ИСККОН и его главному управляющему органу, совету GBC. Спасибо, Индрадин Масвами, что вы взяли меня в свои ученики.
Thank you, Victor. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple, connecting you to Srila Prabhupada, to Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Gorkrishna Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Thakur. We're giving you a name because you're a big boy, big man. Giving you a name of Nrsingadev. Nrsingadev. Your name means servant of he who was born from a stone pillar. Servant of he who was born from a stone pillar. From this day forth, you should be known as Stamba Jata Das. Stamba Jata. It's a cool name. Stamba Jata Das. Stamba Jata. Shringade, Stamba Jata.
Jai Shri Gurudev, thank you for such a beautiful name. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for everything. So we're gonna keep moving to the next person, Sergey Samolenko. Prabhu's, please, Mataji's, please say your pranam before coming to life, because we need to save the time. So Sergey, please unmute your microphone. The next person after Sergey is Victoria Sukhodolskaya from Russia. So Sergey, please go ahead and say your vows, please, Sergey Prabhu. Do we have Sergey here?
Maharaj.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavad Pranam. Jai Shila Prabhupada. Дорогой Махарадж, у меня для вас маха цветочки от Шри-Лали из Равала, от маленькой Радхарани, бэби Радхарани, которая украла мое сердце. Дорогой Махарадж, спасибо вам огромное за ту милость, которую вы проливали на меня много-много лет тому назад. И бесконечное спасибо вам за ту милость, которую вы проливаете на меня сегодня. Это поистине чудо, поистине фантастическое событие. Дорогой Махарадж, дорогой Шиланденима Махарадж, дорогой Шила Гурудев, дорогая Шилали, я обещаю вам максимальной концентрацией повторять 16 кругов Хари Кришна Махамантры. Я обещаю быть строгим вегетарианцем. Я обещаю не участвовать в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Я обещаю не принимать интоксикаций и не заниматься незаконным сексом. Я обещаю быть достойным учеником в Брахма Мадхва Гаудия Сампрадая и следовать наставлениям ачарьев и Шрилы Прабхупады. Я обещаю быть верным Шриле Прабхупаде и ИСККОНу, как его воплощению. Я обещаю принимать наставления духовного учителя Гуру Шикшу, как самое важное в моей жизни. Я также обещаю следовать последним наставлениям моего дорогого Бхактичару Махараджа и быть максимально серьезным в моей духовной жизни и продолжать развивать русскоязычную проповедь в Европе. Jai Shila Maharaj. Jai Shila.
Thank you very much for your vows. We appreciate you're taking them so seriously. We're very happy to accept you as our disciple today on Gopastami. You can always remember it was Gopastami. And we're giving you a very beautiful name. It means you're the servant of the Lord of Mathura. Krishna appeared in Mathura. So from this day forth, your name shall be Mathura Balabadas. Mathura Balaba. Balaba means lover. The lover of Mathura. Mathura Balaba. Servant of the lover. Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Lord,
Спасибо большое.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shila Gurudev. So we're going to continue to the next person is Victoria. Mataji Victoria, please be ready and unmute your microphone. And after Victoria Mataji, there is Julia Tricher from Ukraine. Please be ready after Victoria. Just to remind, please everyone say your pranam mantras before coming. So Victoria, are you here? Please unmute your microphone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Shil Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you, all glories to Shil Prabhupada. And now vows, yes?
Yes.
I promise to you to chant minimum 16 rounds of Mahamantra each day till the end of my life. To strictly follow the four regulative principles: no meat eating, no intoxications, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And also accept instructions of one of spiritual master is vitally important. To accept the responsibility of being a disciple in Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya through Srila Prabhupada and remain faithful to its teachings. To remain faithful to instructions of Srila Prabhupada and to ISKCON and GBC. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Victoria. We're giving you a very Vrindavan name, Braja name. We're happy to accept you as our disciple officially today. Your name means servant of the Gopi, named Madhavi. So from this day forth, you should be known as Madhavi Gopika Dasi. Madhavi Gopika. Very sweet. Madhavi Gopika. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much, Shil Gurudev.
Pretty name. Madhavi Gopika.
Jai Shri Gurudev. So we will continue to the next, and Mataji Julia, please unmute your microphone. And after Julia is Svetlana Kocherga from Ukraine.
Hare Krishna, dear Srila Gurudev, please accept this garland and my vows. I promise to the end of my life to chant minimum 16 rounds of Maha Mantra every day, to strictly follow the four regulative principles of no meat eating, no meat, no fish, no egg, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. I promise to accept your instruction as vitally important. I promise to accept responsibility of being a disciple in Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya through Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and remain faithful to its teachings. I promise to remain faithful to instruction of Srila Prabhupada and thus being faithful in ISKCON and its governing body in form of GBC. And I also promise to read Srila Prabhupada's book every day.
Thank you very much.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, from that very moment when my heart and my mind were inspired by you, I pray that always follow your instruction and serve the mission which Srila Prabhupada gave you and which you generously and mercifully share with all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
That is your son there? It is your son?
Yes, it's my son. Maybe you remember him in Vrindavan. You said him follow with us.
What is his name?
Ananda Vrindavan.
Very handsome boy. Very handsome.
Thank you.
So we're giving you a name, which means you're servant of the beautiful Devi named Tulasi. So from this day forth, your name is Sudevi Tulsi Dasi. Sudevi Tulsi Dasi. Sudevi Tulsi. Sudevi Tulsi.
Спасибо. Thank you very much, Gurudev.
Yeah, sure, Gurudev. Thank you so much for your mercy. So we will continue, and the next one is Svetlana, Mataji Svetlana Kocherha from Ukraine, and after that, another Svetlana, Svetlana Nesterenko from Ukraine. Please, Svetlana, Mataji, unmute your microphone.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Джай Гурудев. Примите, пожалуйста, мои поклоны. Спасибо вам большое. Я хочу дать вам свои обеты. Я обещаю повторять как минимум 16 кругов Махамантры ежедневно. Обещаю строго следовать 4 регулирующим принципам. Воздержание от мясоедения, не заниматься незаконным сексом, не принимать одурманивающие вещества, не участвовать в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Я обещаю принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные. Принимаю ученичество Брахма Мадхава Гаудия Сампрадай посредством ачарьи-основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады и обещаю оставаться верным его учению. Обещаю оставаться верным наставлением Шрилы Прабхупады, поддерживать свою верность Искон и GBC. Харе Кришна. Спасибо вам большое.
We're very happy to accept you as our disciple, and we're giving you a very beautiful name. Your name means servant of the crest jewel of all the girls of Braja. From this day forth, you should be known as Ramani Siromani Dasi. Ramani Siromani Dasi. Ramani Siromani. Ramani Siromani. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Amazing, beautiful name. And we're going to continue to the next Svetlana Nesterenko. She's actually have a birthday today as well. It's initiation. That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, пожалуйста, примите от меня эту гирлянду, знак моей любви, искренности, верности вам, Шриле Прабхупаде, всем преданным и божественной чите. Я переживаю, волнуюсь, для меня это двойной праздник, это такая милость, я просто не знаю, как это такое могло случиться, и хочу преподнести вам эту гирлянду. И хочу поблагодарить вас и дать вам преподнести обеты. Читать как минимум 16 кругов маха-мантры внимательно каждый день. Не есть мясо, рыба, яйца. Не заниматься незаконным сексом. Не принимать участие в махинациях, финансовых махинациях. И не употреблять наркотические одурманивающие средства. А также принимать наставления, ваши наставления как жизненно важные. Принимать ученичество Брахма Мадхава Гаудия Сампрадая посредством ачарьи-основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады и оставаться верным его учению. Оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, поддерживая свою верность Искон и его главному управляющему органу Совету GBC. Хари Кришна. Дорогой Шрила Гурудев, я хочу развить такую любовь к вам, как вы развили любовь к Шриле Прабхупаде, и служить вам независимо от того, что вы скажете, то и делать, не задумываясь над того, хорошо это, плохо, идти и делать, чтобы это было моей жизнью. Я очень благодарна вам за эту милость, которую вы пролили на меня. И благодарю вас. Шила Гурудева, Киджай.
Donna, we're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple, connect you to Prabhupada and all our acharyas. We all go back home. We're giving you a beautiful name. It means that you are, that you are a servant of auspicious Rukmini, who is Krishna's first wife in Dwarka. So you're servant of auspicious Rukmini. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Rukmini Mangala Devi Dasi. Rukmini Mangala. Rukmini Mangala.
Thank you, Shula Gurudev. And Mataji, happy birthday, double birthday. Amazing. So we're moving forward to the next person, which is Ksenia Podlipinets from Ukraine. And after Ksenia, we'll have Thomas from Poland. So Ksenia, please unmute your microphone and please say your vows.
Харе Кришна, Гурудев. Примите мои смиренные поклоны. Я хочу дать вам обеты, повторять 16 кругов минимум на четках каждый день, не принимать в пищу мясо, рыба, яйца, не играть в азартные игры, не принимать интоксикации и не вступать в незаконные половые отношения. А также я принимаю ваши наставления как жизненно важные для себя. Я принимаю ученичество посредством ачарьи-основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады, а также обещаю оставаться верной его учению и его наставлениям, а также совету GBC.
How is your daughter?
Хорошо.
She remembers me?
Конечно. Да.
How old is she now?
9.
All right. So when is she going to get initiated?
Когда будешь 16 кругов повторять каждый день? Пока только 2.
Once you chant 20 rounds, chant 20.
Oh, 2 rounds is good.
Да, надо подсказывать, что она к 4 перешла. Уже до 4 увеличила.
Now she already started to work.
4.
Да.
Wow, I'm very proud of her.
Very good.
Very proud of her. Well, I miss all of you.
Скучаю за вами.
И мы за вами, Шила.
We miss you.
We're giving you a name which means the servant of the temple of Radha and Krishna. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Shama Mandira Dasi. Shama Mandira Dasi. Beautiful. Shama Mandira.
Gurudeva ki jai, Shama Mandira ki jai. So we're going to move forward and we're going to move to Poland. And we have amazing Gaurangi helping Thomas with translation. And Gaurangi, you're on. You got 30 seconds.
Shila Gurudev, I'm on timer. Lovely to see you and amazing names. I just want to say 2 words about Tomek. He's joined in 1994, and he became an aspiring disciple in 1997. So that's 23 years, Gurudev. He's a fruit of your preaching in Poland. He always comes to Woodstock and he does an amazing service in my hometown in Poznań. They do Harinam every week, Gurudev. And, Poznań is such a heavy city, but he leads the Harinam with the harmonium and they just come out and the people love it. It's amazing. So they've got that tiny little Namaha today, very active. And Trisama's moved nearby there now, Trisama Prabhu. So Thomas got his blessings and his recommendation. But yeah, he's a lovely devotee and very steady and very loyal. So I just wanted to say those few things about him, and he's very inspired by you, obviously. So he speaks good English, but this is a big moment, so he asked me to help out.
Thank you, Gaurangi. The stories from you is always amazing, and this is such a special day for this Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudeva. Proszę przyjmij tę girlandę.
Please accept this garland, Shri Gurudev.
Shankara.
Ślubuję intonować co najmniej 16 rund dziennie świętego imienia. Przestrzegać 4 zasad regulujących, mianowicie niejedzenie mięsa, ryb i jajek, żadnej toksykacji, nielegalnego seksu i hazardu oraz przestrzegać Twoich instrukcji.
So I promise to chant at least 16 rounds a day. I follow 4 regulative principles. There's no meat, fish, or eggs, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And I also promise to follow your instructions.
Okay, thank you very much. We're happy to invite you on the team of the Polski devotees. And we look forward to seeing you on the Baltic Sea coast next summer, right, Gaurangi?
That's right, Shri Gurudev. Więc Tomku, cieszę się, że mogę Cię zaakceptować do polskiej ekipy i mam nadzieję, że zobaczymy się następnego lata nad Bałtykiem, nad morzem.
So we're happy to accept you as our disciple.
Cieszę się, że mogę Cię zaakceptować jako ucznia.
And we're giving you a name which means you're servant of the abode of sages.
Jesteś sługą siedziby mędrców.
From this day forth, you should be known as Rishi Tirtha Das. Rishi Tirtha. Rishi means the sages, so where they live, the Tirtha. Rishi Tirtha Das.
Rishi Tirtha, czyli to jest ten siedziba mędrców, tak? Masz na imię teraz, Tomku. Rishi Tirtha.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shri Gurudev. Haribol. There's a whole Namahata there, including my mom. Best names. Best names. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurangi.
Thank you, Shri Gurudev.
Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai, 23 years wait, and now we going to Moldova, and Prabhu Stanislav Prabhu Turchin from Moldova, please unmute your microphone. And after him, we'll have devotees from Australia. So Stanislav Prabhu, are you there? Please unmute your microphone.
Харе Кришна. Харе Кришна, дорогой Шрила Гурудев. Примите, пожалуйста, мои смиренные поклоны. Я обещаю читать минимум 16 кругов Харе Кришна Махамантры ежедневно, следовать 4 регулирующим принципам, такие как не употреблять в пищу мясо, либо яйца, не принимать интоксикации, не играть в азартные игры и не участвовать в денежных махинациях, и не заниматься недозволенными половыми отношениями. Также я обещаю принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные, следовать наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, миссии ИСККОН и никогда не покидать ИСККОН.
Thank you very much. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple, and welcome to Prabhupada's movement officially. I remember you're the one that stamps all the invitations for the Polski tour, like, I don't know, 10,000 a day for 2 months. So those are all messages that we send out to all the people to come to the festival, the land of Krishna, Vrindavan. So we're going to give you a name of a forest in Vrindavan where all the parrots live. All the parrots in Vrindavan, they take messages between Radha and Krishna and the cowherd boys, and the cowherd boys and their parents. There's a lot of messages being given, just like you stamp the invitations, which are a message. So all those parrots live in a forest, and we're giving you the name of that forest in Vrindavan. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Sukhavan Das. Sukha means parrot, Van means forest. So Sukhavan the forest of the parrot messengers of Braj, Sukhavan. Full name, Sukhavan. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Gurudev, thank you so much for your blessings and mercy. So now we're gonna go to Australia, and we have a amazing couple devotees, the husband and wife, Anand Aniruddha Shukla and Rajal Anand Shukla. Prabhu Mataji, please unmute your microphone, and after them there will be a Lakshmi Satya Lakshmi.
The whole community is there.
Jai Shri Gurudev. I vow to follow the four regulatory principles, which are no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And I also vow to do minimum of 16 rounds per day, every day for the rest of my life. Jai Shri Gurudev.
Please accept my humble obeisances, and thank you for accepting us as a disciple. I would like to offer this garland to you. Please accept it.
Oh, I'm very happy to see the congregation, or the little group that Saki Rai's developing with this good wife and extended devotees there. Looks like there's some real progress going on there. And you're the fruit of the seeds that Srila Prabhupada planted when he came to Australia. So we're very happy to accept both of you as our duly initiated disciples, connecting you to Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Gokashodas Babaji, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all the great acharyas. The mercy flows through all those acharyas, and we all relish it equally. So we have some very nice names. For Ananda, we have the name, you're servant of the love of Lord Chaitanya. From this day forth, Ananda, you shall be known as Gora Premadas. Gora Prema. Whoa. Gora Prema. You couldn't get a better name than that. Gora Prema. Without the mercy of Gauranga, we can't actually understand the love of Radha and Krishna. So it's very important we become connected to Lord Chaitanya. He's the Yuga Avatar. Yuga Avatar. And for your beautiful wife, Rajal, your name means servant of the lamplight of Braj. We hear that in the spiritual world, everything is self-effulgent. Krishna says in Gita, there's no need for the moon or the sun in the spiritual world. Everything's self-effulgent. That's especially true in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So your name means a servant of the lamplight of Braja. From this day forth, you should be known as Braja Dipika. Braja Dipika. That wonderful festival, the festival of the lights, Diwali. So Braja Dipika, a very pretty name. And I don't think anyone else has that name. Braja Dipika. The light of Vrindavan. So both of you come to Vrindavan, and we'll take you around Vrindavan and show you all the 60 billion holy places there. And you'll surely decide to make that your eternal home. So congratulations. And thank you to all the Brisbane devotees and the Australian Yatra. Thank you so much.
You didn't mention your vows.
Okay, mention your vows.
From today on, I promise that I chant 16 rounds minimum daily till the end of my life. I will strictly follow the 4 regulative principles, which are no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, and no gambling.
Okay, and you help your husband, and you help the community. Somehow or other bring as many people as possible to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Braja Deepika and Gora Prema. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev, for showing your special mercy to all Australian devotees. Australian devotees love you so much. Australian devotees keep jai. So we're gonna move forward to Mataji Lakshmi Satya Lakshmi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev, my pranam. Please accept this garland for you.
The garlands.
Thank you very much that you accept me as your disciple. I promise you to chant minimum 16 rounds of Maha Mantra. Follow the 4 regulative principle of no meat eating, no meat, no eggs, no fish, no intoxication, no illegal sex, and no gambling. To accept all your instruction of spiritual master as vitally important. To accept responsibility of being a disciple of Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya through Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and remain faithful to its teachings. To remain faithful to instruction of Srila Prabhupada and thus being faithful to ISKCON and its government body in form of GBC. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Lakshmi. So we're just going to add something to it. From this day forth, you shall be known as Mahalakshmi Devi Dasi.
Lakshmi Devi Dasi.
Mahalakshmi.
Mahalakshmi.
Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Thank you very much. My pranam. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Srila Maha Gurudev, for this beautiful name. And we're going to move to the next person, Vanessa Madalena Marangoni from Brazil. And after that will be Chintan Pradeep Raj from USA. So Vanessa Mataji, please unmute your microphone. Thank you so much.
Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthara Bhutale Srimati Vrindana Swami Chinamani Namo Prabhupada Priya Dasara Devanata Vinanda Mutaya Bhakta Shikara Krishna Kirtanena Manasimahena Hakshitaya Namo. Shiva Gurudeva, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. I'm so nervous. I promise you to chant minimum 16 rounds of Maha Mantra every day, and to follow the 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no fish, no eggs, no intoxications, no illicit sex, and no gambling. And always, always, always listen your instructions, Gurudev, always.
Obrigado. So, yes, thank you very much. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple and take you on Srila Prabhupada's boat, the Transcendental Jaladuta, back to the spiritual world, where we'll serve him in his seva to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna Balaram, all the residents of Vrindavan. So we're giving you a name which means servant of the pathway to Rasa Leela, the route, the road, the beautiful road of devotional service to Vrindavan. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Rasa Sarani Devi Dasi.
Thank you.
Rasa Sarani Devi Dasi. Beautiful name.
Thank you so much.
Devidasi ki.
Thank you.
Rasa Sarani.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much for your blessings and mercy. So we're going to move to USA. The devotees, they are waiting. It's past midnight. So we have Prabhu, Chintan Prabhu. Please, Chintan Prabhu, unmute your microphone. We're waiting for your vows, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev, Dandat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, I vow to chant minimum 16 rounds daily, every day, for rest of my life. I vow to strictly follow the regulative principle, which is no meat eating, no meat, no fish, no egg, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. I vow to accept your instruction as vitally important. I vow to accept responsibility of being a disciple in the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya and through Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, and remain faithful to its teachings. I vow to remain faithful to the instruction of Srila Prabhupada and thus being faithful to ISKCON and its governing body in form of GBC. Srila Gurudev, I am the most fallen and rotten, but because of your causeless mercy, you are accepting me as your disciple. So I am very grateful for that. Your service in this movement is most inspiring to me. Your dedication to Srila Prabhupada is unparalleled. Srila Gurudev, I knew I'll never be able to repay your debt because of your causeless mercy, but I will try my best to please you and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Srila Gurudev, for accepting me as your disciple and introducing me to this glorious parampara. Hare Krishna.
So your mentor is Ram Vijay?
Yes.
Oh, you have a good mentor.
Thank you.
He's a very good preacher.
Yeah.
And he's a very good father to his children. He's a very good husband to his wife. He must be a good son to his parents. And he's also one of my best disciples. Very devoted, very loyal. And he's helped me in so many ways. And we've taken some trips together, some adventures together, different parts of the world. And a beautiful red coral necklace that he bought in Tibet, which my Nrsingadev deity practically wears every day. And the protection of that gift goes to him. So you're in good hands there. You continue to follow in the footsteps of Ram Vijay and his good wife, and they're two very, very beautiful and Krishna conscious children. Okay?
Sure.
We're happy to accept you as our disciple. Your name means servant of Govinda who lifted the Govardhan hill. From this day forth, you should be known as Giridhari Govindadas. Giridhari Govindadas. You can't get a better name than that. Giridhari Govindadas ki.
Yeah.
Giridhari Govinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Gurudeva ki jai. All merciful Srila Gurudev ki jai. I wanted to continue with USA since it's very late there. We have one more initiative from USA. Anna Chapkis. Is she there, Mataji? Can you are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hare Krishna.
Do you want to go on now? Then please say your vows.
First of all, I just wanted to please accept the Caroline from me. And thank you so much for accepting me as your disciple. I promise every day to chant at least 16 rounds of Mahamantra. No meat, fish, eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. Also, I promise to read Srila Prabhupada's books every day.
Okay. Anna, what city are you living in?
I live in around Chicago.
Chicago. What time is it there now?
It's 3:20 a.m.
Wow. It's like you're staying up all night for Janmashtami. That's Krishna's birth. So this is your birth, your spiritual birthday. So do you know Sri Guru Charana Padma?
Yes, she's a blessing. She's a blessing.
And what type of work?
I live 3 minutes away from her, so we're very close.
What type of work are you doing?
I am a massage therapist.
Okay. All right. So we're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple. You're officially entering into our sampradaya. You'll be protected by all the acharyas and all the incarnations of the Lord and everything Krishna conscious. Just take full advantage of it. Keep fixed on the goal. Gradually renounce everything that's not advantageous for Krishna consciousness, and get home back to the spiritual world as quickly as you can. And that we do by chanting the Maha Mantra. So we're very happy to accept you, and we will give you a beautiful name. You're very dear to a particular gopi. Her name is Shama. You're the servant of her. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Shama Gopi Priya Dasi.
Thank you.
Beautiful name, Shama Gopi Priya. It's 3 different names, Shama Gopi Priya.
Thank you so much.
Shama Gopi Priya. Nice name.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Your kindness personify. So thank you for everything you do for us. So we're gonna move forward to Russia. So we have Vyacheslav Suhadayev. Vyacheslav Prabhu, please unmute your microphone
Харе
for the vows,
Кришна,
Prabhu.
дорогой Шрила Гурудев, Индрадьюмна с вами. Примите мои смиренные поклоны. Я имел счастье в 2019 году на фестивале Саду Санга встретить вас. И вы тогда, я получил тогда просад из ваших рук. И вы дали мне благословение на духовного учителя. И вот сейчас я счастлив получить посвящение от вас. И я очень сердечно благодарен вам за то, что вы согласны принять меня в свои ученики. И я, дорогой Шрила Гурудев, я обещаю повторять как минимум 16 кругов Махамантры ежедневно и стараться делать это внимательно. Строго следовать 4 регулирующим принципам: воздержание от мясоедения, употребления мяса, рыбы, яиц, от незаконного секса, от принятия одурманивающих веществ, от участия в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Я также обещаю принимать все ваши наставления как жизненно важные, принять ученичество Брахма Мадхва Гаудио Сампрадай посредством ачарьи основателя Искон Шрила Прабхупады и оставаться верным его учению, оставаться верным наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады и поддерживая свою верность Искон и его главному управляющему органу Совету GBC. И также выражаю сердечную благодарность вам за то, что вы согласились принять меня в свои ученики. Харе Кришна.
Thank you very much for your vows. We're very happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple. And we're giving you a very interesting name. Your name means servant of the Lord, who is very merciful towards his servants. So from this day forth, you shall be known as Sevaka Vatsaladas. Sevaka Vatsala, servant of the servants. Sevaka Vatsala. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we're gonna move to next person, Mataji Yelena from Russia, Yelena Snigabudinova, Mataji, and after that we have Yana Kovalenka. It's not very clear the name here, unfortunately. So Yelena Snigabudinova, please unmute your microphone for the vows, please. Yelena, Mataji Yelena, are you there? Okay, so we will move to the next person, and we'll come back to Yelena. So I'm just got corrected by Chakleshwar Prabhu. So it's Iya Kovalenko Mataji from Ukraine, Dnipro, please.
Да, я здесь.
So Елена, Матаджи Елена, да?
Iya.
Iya, Mataji Iya, пожалуйста, Mataji. And we will come back to Mataji Елена then. Матаджи Iya, пожалуйста.
Да. Харе Кришна, Дия Гурудев. Меня переполняют чувства благодарности и глубокого чувства благодарности и счастья от вашей милости, что вы принимаете меня в свою ученицу. Много лет назад, в 2004 году, когда мы путешествовали по Крыму, были в Евпатории на фестивале Падаятры Садачары Прабху, ночью я вместе с другими преданными похитила вашу милость, положив себе на голову ваши кроссовки. Сегодня я прошу вашей милости, глядя вам в лицо, пожалуйста, я даю вам сегодня свои обеты. Я приношу вам сегодня свои обеты повторять 16 кругов Махамантры не менее 16 раз в день. Я обещаю воздерживаться от употребления мяса, рыбы, яиц, не заниматься незаконным сексом, не участвовать в финансовых махинациях и азартных играх, а также принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные для меня. И также обещаю принять ученичество Брахма Гаудия Вайшнава Сампрадая через его представителя Шрилы Прабхупады, быть верным его наставлениям, а также быть верным наставлениям ИСККОН и его органа GBC. Прошу вас о вашей великой милости.
Happy to accept you as our duly initiated disciple and help you on your way in the right direction, back to Krishna. So we're giving you a name, which means the life of rasa, servant of the very life of the mellows of devotional service. From this day forth, your name shall be Sanjivani Rasa Dasi. Sanjivani Radha, Rasa.
Благодарю вас. Еще раз, пожалуйста, благодарю всех за эту возможность, которые смогли в эту пандемию, в локдаун организовать такую инициацию, за возможность познакомиться с таким количеством ваших учеников, таких искренних душ. Это великая милость. Харе Кришна.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev, for such an amazing and heart-touching name, Sanjeevani. So we will come back to Yelena now. Yelena, please say that you say something so then we know if we can hear you. Yelena, can you say something?
Харе Кришна.
Okay, we can hear you now, Yelena. Please go ahead with your vows, please.
Дорогой Шрила Гурудева, я обещаю вам ежедневно воспевать не менее 16 кругов Махамантры. Я обещаю не употреблять пищу, мясо, яйца, рыбу, не употреблять интоксикации. Я обещаю не участвовать в азартных играх и денежных махинациях. Я обещаю не вступать в незаконные половые отношения. Также я обещаю вам всегда принимать ваши наставления как жизненно важные. Я обещаю всегда оставаться в ИСККОН, быть верным учению Шрилы Прабхупады и всегда находиться здесь, в этом сознании. Конечно.
We're very happy to accept you as our disciple, connect you to our Guru Parampara, and we're giving you a name, which means servant of he who experiences the mellows of rasa or love for Krishna. From this day forth, you should be known as Rasa Rangini Devi Dasi. Rasa Rangini. Very sweet. Rasa Rangini Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Thank you. Thank you for this amazing opportunity to be here with you, with all of devotees. Now we're gonna go to Olga Bezuglaya. Olga Bezuglaya from Russia.
Харе Кришна, Гурудев, примите, пожалуйста, эту скромную гирлянду. Я даю свои обеты повторять как минимум 16 кругов Махамантры ежедневно и делать это как можно внимательнее. Строго следовать 4 регулирующим принципам: воздерживаться от мясоедения, употребления мяса, рыбы, яиц, незаконного секса, принятия одурманивающих средств, участия в азартных играх и финансовых махинациях. Также я обещаю принимать наставления духовного учителя как жизненно важные, принять ученичество Брахма Мадхава Гауди Сампрадая посредством ачарьи, основателя Искон Шрилы Прабхупады, и оставаться верной его учению, оставаться верной наставлениям Шрилы Прабхупады, поддерживать свою верность Искон и его главному управляющему органу Совета GBC. Харе Кришна.
You as our disciple, and you have 3 boys. And we wanted names for the boys, so we can give names to the boy. The older boy can be Ramdas, the next boy can be Lakshman Das, and the next boy can be Hanuman Das.
Девочка третья.
Oh, girl, you told me 3 boys. Mama told me 3 boys. Wow, boy, he can be Ramdas, the girl can be Sita Rani, and the youngest boy can be Hanuman. Okay?
Хорошо.
Ramdas, Sita Rani, and Hanuman. And your name is Kali Kumari. Kali Kumari means the servant of a young playful gopi. Kali Kumari, Dasi, Ramdas, Sita Rani, and Hanuman. Braj Leela and Ram Leela. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Харе Кришна, спасибо.
Kali Kumari. Jai Ramdas.
Jai Ramdas. Jai Srila Gurudev. We have to come back to China because Dana Kelly, and we're hoping Dana Kelly was able to connect with the last devotee from China. Dana Kelly Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. That Prabhu do can get online now. 所以张书和 Prabhu. 张书和 his name is 张书和. He is the one you met him in Shanghai when you came to China last time. 所以张Prabhu，你现在能上来了吗？Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Srila Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
请接受我在你莲花足下卑微的顶拜。
Please accept my very humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
所有的荣耀归须拉巴巴。
All the glories to Srila Prabhupada.
我记得我是2018年年底的时候在上海托庇你的。
I remember that I got the shelter from you in the end of 2018 when you were in Shanghai.
我能今天托庇在你的莲花座下，一切的付出都是戈比给他对我的仁慈。
So today I can actually get the shelter from you. All of this is because of the mercy from Gopikita Mataji.
我发现我 接下来我发是每天念诵20圈。
So my vow is that every day I will chant the Maha Mantra for 20 rounds every day.
遵守4个规范原则：不吃鱼油蛋，不过非法性生活，不赌博，不吸食麻醉品，永远忠诚于于斯康，永远忠诚于须拉帕帕。
He said he followed the 4 regulative principles, and he will always loyal to ISKCON and always follow Srila Prabhupada's instruction and teaching.
每天阅读须拉帕帕的书，
And every day read the Srila Prabhupada's book.
与奉养者有好的联谊。
And try to get very good association from the devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Donna Kelly, what work does he do?
That is actually is the problem, and he doesn't have a fixed job right now. He's like a brahmachari.
I see. Handsome boy.
Yeah.
So what, tell him I'm very happy to accept him as my duly initiated disciple.
所以呢，我呢非常的开心能够接受你作为我的门徒。
And be very strict on the path of devotional service, and Maya won't touch you.
那如果你要是非常的严格的在奉爱服务的这条路上走的话呢，那玛雅就不会触碰到你。
And be very happy chanting Hare Krishna because it puts us in touch with Krishna, who's the reservoir of all pleasure.
那然后呢，你要非常快乐的去唱诵 Hare Krishna， 因为Krishna 它是我们所有一切快乐的蓄水池。
And because you're a young single man, when I come to China, you can travel with me around the country and be personal servant.
那因为你是单身的年轻的男子，所以说呢，下次等我在中国的时候呢，你就可以和我一起到中国各地旅行，并且作为我的私人的仆人。
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we're giving you a beautiful name.
所以呢，我们会给你一个很美的名字。
It's a name of Lord Chaitanya, who's the best dancer in Navadvip.
那这是主 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 的一个名字，因为主 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 他是Navadvip 的最棒的舞者。
Mahaprabhu introduced chanting, dancing, and feasting.
所以 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 呢，他向我们介绍了唱歌、跳舞以及大餐。
He's the best chanter, he's the best dancer, he's also the best eater, because Shivaram Maharaj told me when he finished Chaitanya Charitamrita recently, he said the main impression he got was that Lord Chaitanya takes a lot of prasadam.
那所以 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 呢，他是最好的唱诵者，也是最好的舞蹈者，但是呢，他也是一个最好的大餐的荣耀者。因为 Shivaram Swami 告诉我，最近他读完了这个 Chaitanya Charitamrita 永恒的 Chaitanya 经之后呢，他很大的一个印象就是，所以 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 很会荣耀大餐。
So he's the best dancer in Navadvip.
所以呢，他是 Navadvip 的最棒的舞者。
So from this day forth, you shall be known as
所以从今天开始，你的名字是
Navadvip Natashwara Das.
Navadvip Natashwara Das.
感恩 Gurudev.
Natashwara, that's a cool name.
这是一个非常酷的名字。
Hare Krishna. 感恩 Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, thank you so much. 你是一个好孩子。
I'll take him with me when I come to China.
那我到中国来的时候呢，我会带着你走，我会把你带走。Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Dana Kelly Mataji. It was so nice to see you. You look amazing. And thank you, Prabhu. And of course, we all want to say thank you, dear Srila Gurudev. You are heart and soul. And we love you all the way. Now, I finished with my list.
We have one more.
And
Yamuna from Spiritual World.
Okay, so Yamuna from spiritual world, please come to the material world.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sri Gurudev.
All right, well, Yamuna. Where are you now?
I'm in Vrindavan, Sri Gurudev.
See, I didn't forget you. Oh.
Oh my
Happy
God.
Gopastami.
Pardon?
Happy Gopastami.
Thank you.
So, Yamuna is your mother there?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Oh yeah, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Alright.
Congratulations.
Thank
This is
you. Thank you so much for allowing her to take this next step. Thank you.
she is what she is because of you. I'm
Nothing.
just coming along and adding some finishing touches to the painting. But you've raised that girl in such a wonderful way that she's a very happy girl. She's very happy in Krishna consciousness, and she's become very serious. I knew her when she was little, and when we were in South Africa, she would charm the hearts of all the politicians there. There was one politician, Nkezi, and he was very, very powerful person, and he just fell in love with her. And to this very day, he remembers her. Recently, I had contact with him. He was in the hospital with COVID, and he said, "How was that little girl who stole my heart?" I sent him a picture of you, and he was very happy to see you. So we're all happy for you. All the devotees, you're dear to everyone's heart. And I'm very, very happy to accept you as my disciple and take this very seriously. And along with your mother and your other spiritual authorities and your grandparents and everybody to help guide you back to that wonderful world where every step is a dance, every word is a song, and there's a festival every day. So I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. So I'm so glad your mother came to Vrindavan. So, Yamuna, what are the 4 rules and regulations that you promised to follow, and how many rounds of the Maha Mantra will you chant every day as you are?
Sri Gurudev, I promise to follow the 4 regulated principles, namely no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And I promise to chant a minimum of 16 rounds of the Maha Mantra every day. And I also promise to read Srila Prabhupada's books every single day.
Okay, thank you. Well, you're surrounded by all the coward boys. Actually, those are gopis dressed as coward boys on the Gopastami. So it looks like you're there with all of your friends and everything. So you have a beautiful Vrindavan name, but I'm going to give you another name that's really deep. And it comes from one of my all-time favorite verses about Sri Vrindavan Dham. I've been giving many lectures. I think I've given 106 lectures or something about Vrindavan. And I often quote from the Braj Bhakti Vilas by Srila Narayan Bhatta Goswami. He was almost a contemporary of the 6 Goswamis. And he's the one that found the Shriji deity, who we worship out at Varshana, sort of that temple. Many other things as well he discovered. And he was actually an incarnation of Narada Muni, according to Shastra. So he wrote this book. And in this book, which is still in Sanskrit, but I have access to it by some of my scholarly friends, he gives the, where'd that go? He gives the prana mantras for many of the holy places there. And he gives one prana mantra for, hold on. Hold on one. Hold on a second.
You get it of this.
I found it here. He gives a prana mantra for Radhakund. Very beautiful mantra. And can they switch so I can see her? I don't want to see myself. Yeah. Can I see Jimena?
Yeah, we can just. No, we can pin her video.
Okay, pin her video. Yeah. Okay. He gives a prana mantra for Radhakund. It means it's the very essence of that divine abode, which is the most sacred of all sacred places in Vrindavan. He writes, Krishna Kriya Salayeva Namastubhyam Vinayacha Sapalakyam Varam Dehi Krishna Sambhagya Dehine. O playground of Sri Krishna, O beautiful Sri Kund, you are able to give all good fortune. I offer my respects to you. So throughout the writing of the Goswamis, we often hear this reference to Sri Kund, to the sacred Kund of Vrindavan, Eshwari Shrimati Radharani, where she takes her bath. So we're giving you a name, which means that you are servant of Shri who resides at the sacred Radha Kund. From this day forth, you should be known as Sri Kunda Sevani Devi Dasi. Isn't that beautiful? Servant of Radha who resides at Radha Kund. Sri Kunda Sevani Dasi. Sri Kunda Sevani. You can't get a more beautiful name. I've been saving it for you. Sri Kunda Sevani. Sri Kunda Sevani. Okay?
Yes.
That's my gift to you. And Prabhupada's gift to all of us that we're in this wonderful international society for Krishna consciousness. And again, I give so much respect to your mother, who's raised you to be the wonderful, beautiful Vaishnavi that you are. And all your beautiful gopi friends, they're all little manjaris out there at Radhakund. Shri Kunda Sevani. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Just a couple of announcements, and of course, thank you for making this day so amazing for so many devotees, and you can see their heart and souls, they're melting, in ecstasy. Second initiates, we didn't forget about you. There will be a ceremony on Zoom after the yagya, and of course now we have Subhakshana Prabhu from Mayapur conducting the yagya in Mayapur starting now, and then we will translate that yagya into the Zoom, so we will switch into that shortly after this announcement. So there will be a time announced very shortly about second initiate devotees to join the Zoom only for them, and during that, Srila Gurudev will give everyone Gayatri mantra. So now, Prabhu, please turn on to the yagya. So can we have the yagya? Unless Srila Gurudev wanted to say something else, but now the yagya have started in Mayapur. Srila Gurudev.
I just want to impress upon the devotees that this is a full, authorized, complete initiation. We'd like to be all together around a fire, all the devotees and prasadam and everything, but time, place, and circumstance means that we make adjustments. But it's a question of the heart, that we accept the Guru and the Guru accepts us, and the names are given, the vows are given. So this is a full-on initiation. And by participating in the yagya, just by watching, everything's complete. So you're perfectly situated now, everyone.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. So I have a message just now that the yagya is starting, and the cameras will be visible shortly, so we'll all be able to see the yagya very shortly. And like I said, after the yagya, there will be an announcement of the time when the second initiate, the devotees for second initiation will be able to join the Zoom. So at the moment we're waiting for the yagya and the camera. Camera's up there. Can Prabhus, can the Zoom operator, can we have the camera for the Mayapur Yagya to be highlighted, please? The technical expertise people. Okay, I just got the message. We need another minute to set up. So
the name is Mayapur TV laptop. Feedback. So we have to be live if they're hearing us. What's that?
So I can see we have 70 devotees, 71 devotees here on our Zoom, and I heard there's at least 200 to 300 devotees watching online, and then we do have Russian stream on YouTube, and we have an English stream, and I can see the camera is now on the yagya. So do we have a sound from the yagya as well?
I can see we have 70 devotees. Я вижу, что у нас 71 человек присоединился в Zoom. Я слышал, что, по крайней мере, от 2 до 300 преданных смотрят нас онлайн. У нас есть русский стрим.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
So, now we will begin this auspicious initiation Homa. So we are very happy to be here in Srila Mayapur, and on behalf of Sorry Messenger Rita Maharaj, we are able to perform this initiation Homa all over the world. Actually, all the devotees here in Mayapur were awaiting Maharaj to come. Last time he came to Kartik, this was such an amazing and memorable Kartik. We were hoping to see Maharaj and his followers here in Mayapur again. Various reasons. We can offer some service to Maharaj and all the devotees from all over the world. So we will begin the Homa now. So we will invite Vaishnavani, once the Vaishnava is called, and we will chant the mantras of the Parampara. And all the initiates and other devotees are requested to repeat after me. And then when we offer the drinks, the fire, we use this mudra and say Swaha. And we meditate on the best acharyas when we have this today. Hari Om Sahana Sahana Bhunatu Sahadeyan Paramahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravancha Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Too heavy sound. A little bit down in sound.
Lalita
Anybody else? We'll take that over to the other side. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Vasvakaya Nashitamu Vaduti Sabridasaka Kaya Sadishaya Vrita Om Bhurvasva Asma Satyamana Namakam Vishnu Saramdasa Rajivarhenasu Om Bhurvasva Avishnatsaki Vidajaritrina Sharambhavas Yudaya Om Shanti 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 Om Yao Shanti Atharishvam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rava Shanti Vayu Shanti Teja Shanti Aushaya Shanti Loma Shanti Brahmana Shanti Vaishnava Shanti Shanti Rastu Rastu Om Shanti 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 Om Swasti Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So now we will have a kirtan, so we will be the fire. And regarding how what's the next program of Zoom. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
ऋषि पंचतत्व की जय, सूर्यदेव भगवान की जय, भक्त राजकुमार महाराज की जय, श्री शुभा दीक्षा होम की जय, समस्त गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, जय निताई गोकुलनंदी हरि बोल।
Thank you, dear devotees. I'm just going to make a few announcements. First of all, I would like to thank you, Srila Gurudev, for giving this amazing opportunity to so many devotees to join our family by giving them this beautiful initiation. And of course, we had many people, devotees, to help during this ceremony. But of course, the people who participated, they're actually main people. I would like to thank them for participating and in joining us. And then we also have different devotees who looked after different parts of this beautiful initiation ceremony. We have Hari Kirtan Vilas Prabhu. He helped with the technical support, and he basically arranged most of the technical stuff. We have Lavanga Lata Dasi Mataji. She helped with the Russian translation, and she worked behind the in translating every single word what Gurudev was saying. We have Mataji Vrajamrita, Mataji Gaura Premanandi, Mataji Vrinda, Shisaki Vrinda Do, for assisting in arranging different things and make this event possible. So I really would want to say thank you to all of you, and this is amazing, and we saw so many beautiful devotees expressing their hearts. So we're going to conclude now, but before we conclude, I just want to say all the second initiate devotees who got second initiation today, the Srila Gurudev will personally contact you very shortly, and will give you the Gayatri Mantra personally. So you will receive correspondence, you will receive direct connection with him shortly. Yeah, so stay in tune. We'll do have your details, your email, so we'll get in touch with you. And for everyone else, we're gonna conclude this beautiful ceremony, and I just want to say Jai Shula Gurudev, and all glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Gurudev, thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Shila Gurudev ki jai.
Jai. Wonderful. Welcome to the family, everybody. Wonderful names. Haribol.
Харе Кришна. Сегодня.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Sangara Maharaj. Hare Krishna. A big
Jai
heart.
Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
All the best.